All right, so let's see if I'm live. Let's see. Mic check, mic. I think I heard it. Check on this one. And check the audio. What it do, people? How y'all doing? Welcome back again to another week of some chaotic tech news. So let's see. Sitting down here, take a gander. Hey, what we got? What topics are we going to talk about today? All right, so today's topic list is console gaming, uh, hearing aids, buttons, self-driving cars, electric vehicles, and batteries also. So it's going to be all lumped into one. And the cellular industry as a whole. I normally talk about them in, the individual companies sometime, but I'm looking at a trend of late, and I'm trying to project out what's going to end up happening. So I'm curious to see what's about to go down in this cellular industry. So come along with me on that ride. Let's see. What should I start with first? Let's see. I wanted to wait until Aries got here, but I could start with this first. Let's start with Apple first, since not many people really care so much, but I care. They're pushing the industry a lot further and a lot faster than other people, but I think that they see a market of dominance that they have a chance to get into. Um, in certain cases, I think that they kind of drag their feet, but in this case, they are blazing ahead and working with the what is it, the F I forget what government agency is that oversees medical supplies. Mr. Aries, what's going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, what's the government agency that oversees government supplies? I mean, like medical supplies.
I didn't know there was one, sir.
There is one.
You
The
said
F. I think it's the F.
You said
The F.
supply. You mean
Well,
to get it right? Supply is the wrong word to be using.
not supply.
All right. You mean overseas medical devices and treatments and
Yes,
medication?
medical devices. I forget.
The FDA.
FDA.
All
Yes.
right. The Federal Drug Administration.
I knew it was one of the three letters, man.
You
It's
said
so many
supply,
of them.
like they over here counting stock in the warehouse.
Hey, look, I knew it was one of the F's.
Yeah, they
One of
oversee.
the F's had to be responsible for it.
They oversee them erectile dysfunction pills your grandpa taking. They oversee everything, cuz.
Carlos, what's up, sir? He said, "You and the electric cars from hell."
He ain't wrong.
Hey, man, this is my future.
Your future is looking bleak.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I got
I
some.
know
I
you
got
don't
some
know. That's the
information
point.
that changes that.
Okay. The
I
market,
got some.
the
I got
market
some
don't lie.
informations, but starting with Apple today. We all know that this past Monday, which was a strange one. Normally they do a bomb drop of new products on a Tuesday, but they decided Monday was going to be it. We got some, a new iPhone as been predicted. Like that's predicting whether or not will the sun rise tomorrow, so that doesn't really count. Um, but new AirPods, and they the FDA apparently gave Apple approval to treat their new AirPods as hearing aids.
Huh? Not very far fetched, sir.
No, but I mean, this does
They're gonna have a big
give
issue
them an
though.
extra. Do what?
They're gonna have one very big glaring issue though.
Uh-oh. What glaring issue are they gonna have?
Battery life.
Mm,
Anybody knows, anybody who actually uses any kind of earbuds that have pass through on them,
they
hearing
burned
aids
the
would be
battery.
hearing aids would be that on steroids, which means the battery burn even faster. So you're talking about these things probably dying every damn 3 hours or less.
Mm,
Not acceptable.
man, you don't think the technology's gotten better?
It ain't about what I think; it's about what I know.
Well, because I got the Pros 3 from Samsung, and I
And
was up there for like 5 hours with
on
the pass through
transparency
on.
mode, and you were listening to music and watching media and doing all the above.
Yes, I was on the phone with my wife.
Does Samsung even claim the numbers you're saying?
I don't think they do.
Because the
No.
manufacturer usually exaggerates.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think that they do.
Sorry, Ken. I don't believe you used them in transparency mode for 5 hours straight. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I think
Oh,
maybe you had. I think maybe it's more likely that you used them in mixed cases where it was on and off at various times. Very different than on.
I only use one at a time.
What did?
Hey,
So you
look.
put. Okay,
I'm not saying that I had both of them.
So you're saying you had one ear for 2.5 hours, took it out, put the other in for the other 2.5 hours.
Well, I had one ear for like 3 hours, and then I switched to the other ear.
Oh, okay then. So the reality is it's 3 hours, sir. Like I
Okay.
just said 2 seconds ago. Dang, ain't I dead on? Dang, ain't I dead on? I didn't even have to try.
But here's
Don't
the thing.
forget, I own
My
like 15 pairs of wireless earbuds. I have tested more brands than most people in here probably listening to the sound of my voice. And I'm here to tell you that these things don't last much longer than about 3 hours in transparency mode. Any of them, if you are actually using them. Not you take them out of the case every now and then. I'm talking about go to work every day with them in your ears nonstop and leave transparency mode on and watch what happens to the
Yeah,
battery.
it probably won't make it past. It probably won't make it past 4 hours if I did that.
So at least in some of these standalone. Now here's the deal, right? Now, if Apple allows these to operate without a phone, meaning you can use them as hearing aids and they're not using a Bluetooth connection at all, the battery life probably does get longer. And
So do you
there lies the difference.
so do you think that the phone is translating the sound and not is not
No,
being done on the
no, it's
earbuds
always being done on
themselves?
the earbuds. It's always being done on the earbuds, sir. What I'm saying is if you're both using the Bluetooth radio and you're amplifying out external sound, that's more than one device operating.
That's true.
So what I'm saying is if these can operate without a phone, then they'll probably last longer because then they can run without using Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth radio can be turned off if they're only being used as a hearing aid. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying.
So that's what I'm saying. The Bluetooth is also draining battery on top. Because think about it. When you use your AirPods or your Beats or your Sound Cores or your JBLs or anything that has pass through, they're operating a 2.4 radio and also amplifying sounds off their local mics to your ears nonstop.
That's true.
So
See, My thing is it will it like you had just said, will they operate independently of the phone itself? Like
If
when I
they
pull them
could, they
out,
would last longer. Yes.
if I when I pull them out of the case, it should just default to hearing aid mode,
If
whether
that's
or
what
not I need it or not.
if that's what I want, it should be
Well,
a
I mean,
setting.
you can go into the apps and set those preferences. Hey, look, I wanted to be in transparent mode all the time, or I wanted to be in this mode all the time. And Carlos, I see what you said. The executive producer has not revoked my charging privileges yet, sir.
But no, I
But
mean, obviously we see these things are coming, but something tells me, like I say, battery life is going to be the biggest issue with this, and it will be for the foreseeable future, just like electric cars.
yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing: getting approval for anything like these heart monitors and different stuff through the FDA is a tricky little process. But you can see that that's what the direction they're going in. I mean, it gives your product a little bit extra oomph, right? It gives it a little bit more of a use case to say, "Hey, I do need these, not just I want these now."
My
For
thing
my
is,
father, he has for
what
my
is the
father,
current?
he has those the hearing aids that you have to recharge, and those things are ugly.
Yeah,
They are ugly. I mean, like I look, he keeps them on charge more than he keeps them in his ear. So my thing is does it have to be 5 hours? Does it have to be 7 hour charge like on one battery?
so here's the deal, right? Think about all the people who who are not medically diagnosed to get hearing aids, who
Yeah,
definitely have some hearing impairment. Imagine how many more might just go get these because they're certified as hearing aids now,
that's true.
and
I
they
mean,
would attempt to use them all day in some scenarios. Like my mother, for instance. I love you, mama, but my mama can't hear nothing. My mama ears is messed up because she worked in a sock factory for a good, I don't know, 15 years around those
uh-huh.
machines. And every time I talk to my mother, I have to scream.
Oh, I got to do the same thing with my father. If I'm not directly in front of him.
And my mother's only 59. And I have to
Ooh,
scream to speak to her. So, I mean, all I'm saying is this, right? Some comparable Bluetooth, some comparable hearing aids are probably
they
about
push
the
a
same
thousand
price.
dollars plus.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about on the market right now. We're talking about since the things have changed, right? There are
Right.
other brands of hearing aids out there that have 20 to 30 hours of battery life.
Oh,
They're the larger ones. They're just not small like an AirPod. They're larger. You've seen people with the ones that kind of go behind the ear and then it has a thing that
yes.
goes to the ear. Those have like 20, 30-hour battery lives. When you tell
Oh,
those people who are already old and forget to charge their stuff, that now they got to worry about every 3 hours, I don't see this flying off the shelves for those people. Because they can go out right now and buy some of these other brands like the Soundbright. Soundbright is a brand. They have a 20-hour battery life on those. So I'm just saying,
yeah.
it's
But
a little complicated.
but here's the thing: at $2,000 at some of these hearing
Yeah, but
aids, man.
that's your old school ones though. That market already got slaughtered whenever the other companies got cleared to make hearing aids a few years ago. That market already got slaughtered. Those like high end ones that have those battery lives are already down under $300 because of it.
You know what I find surprising? Why haven't anybody done this? And I don't know much about the hearing aid realm, right? But how come they don't do like how they have that little life alert little button? Why don't they have like a little box where they plug in like some headphones that can do the pass through and everything through the earbuds so they can hear? Because basically they gotta turn to hear whatever it is they're talking to in the first place.
Huh?
I, I'm just saying that it's
You're actually
the
wearing two hearing aids that are completely in your ears. You get everything as you would with your regular ears.
right. But what I'm saying is wearing the battery around your neck, but it's like wired earbuds, something
But what
like
I'm telling
that.
Because they already have them that only go on over the top of your ear to get 20 hours. Why would you do the whole neck thing now?
Well, I mean, get longer battery life.
20
Well,
hours is
oh
plenty,
well.
sir. That's more than your
uh,
phone and your Bluetooth is getting now.
yeah.
20 to 30 hours is pretty good. And even the old school hearing aids, you know how long the battery life are? The worst ones are 3 hours. Some of the best ones are 22 hours of battery life.
Mm.
I'm just saying, AirPods ain't exactly stepping the game up on this, is what I'm getting at.
Hey, look, Apple's not going to be the only one that's jumping into the game, though. I mean, you
Well, no,
got
the other companies are
Sony,
already in it, though. All the
Jabra.
other companies, they've been in on it, though. They was only 3 years ago when the law changed, remember? Or did you
Yeah,
forget
I
about
remember. No, we reported on it.
Technically, Apple is late to the party. The only difference is they're trying to market their existing like consumer line as also being a hearing aid, whereas the other companies make specialty lines just to be hearing aids. Very different.
Yeah,
That goes back to the Chevrolet versus Ford argument. Chevrolet makes one thing and then sticks it in everything, right?
right.
Makes it easy to find parts, but it really hurts reliability when something that wasn't designed to do something gets forced to do something. I'd
No,
rather
I
have a product
understand.
that was designed for the specific application versus you giving me one product that kind of does everything, but it can't do everything great. And that's basically what this sounds like to me. This sounds like Apple just trying to add another notch to a device, and it's going to mediocrely do this job, which means that it ain't going to do it as good as if it were originally designed for that purpose.
Yeah, I mean, look, the way I see companies doing it is they'll dip their toes in. There might be a segment of people who hasn't clinically went and got like hearing aids done, but they'll find that these help them hear better.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like I don't want to go to the doctor and find out I'm going deaf, but these help me out. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
need
be
these.
like that.
I'm gonna need AirPods to get a lot louder because I think they're one of the quietest headphones on the market. So I don't know about this hearing aid business.
uh, I could look. I've been testing out the Pro 3s, whatever, from Samsung.
Yeah.
And those are actually pretty good on sound quality and call quality. I I just don't know why I can't control the microphone out. Like,
Well, but almost none of them really give you that though.
yeah, but the thing is like when I was wearing them talking to you, I was in another Google Meet talking to other people, and everybody said that they could hear me fine, but I sound like I'm down the hallway.
Yeah, but I think that's just that's a bad design on Samsung right there. I don't think any control you could do would fix that issue. Is what I'm getting at. When you
Hmm.
talk on the new buds, it's like you on speakerphone, dog.
But they went in and put like more microphones in, and I'm like, how you have
That
more
don't mean
mics in,
anything. See, that's what I'm talking
and
about, right?
it
All
becomes
this, we put
worse.
5 microphones. That don't mean nothing.
No, you would think it means something.
That's the problem. You're using marketing points to describe a scientific outcome. You see the problem? Because here's the deal, right? One really good mic is better than 5 crappy ones. And on top of
That
that, depending on the design of that mic, whether it's like a cardioid or it's an omni, all these little factors will change the how that mic captures sound, right? A cardioid
right,
mic will only capture sound like directly in front of it perfectly, right? So what that would mean is this: if that microphone is facing the same direction your mouth is facing, i.e., your mouth is not facing it, your mouth is facing away and it's facing away, then guess what? It's going to pick up all the noise from the wall in front of you instead of directly out of your mouth.
hmm.
Whereas an
No, you're right.
omnidirectional mic picks up sound forward and backwards, right? So
Yeah,
in an ideal world, you would want a mic that doesn't just pick up sound in a single direction on a Bluetooth earbud. You would want it to be as closest to what it would sound like if the person was directly in the room with you.
right.
And it seemed to me like I've always keep trying to tell everybody, these companies throw these marketing gimmicks out and they bring the new product out, and in your mind as a consumer, oh, it has to be better because it's the new one. And sometimes it's not actually better, it's just another design so they can get some money.
Well,
And
look,
that's the
I'm
sad
just
part
saying
about
that
consumer electronics.
you get the perception of, hey, adding more to it should improve said problem, right? You
You
know,
can't help but
if you had one mic, then you go to two, then you went to three, then four. You're like, well,
but
obviously
by
you
that
must know that that
definition,
problem
right?
exists.
But by that definition, right? Whoever has the biggest engine always wins the race. Then
That's not necessarily true.
that's the point. That's why I don't care how many mics they put in it. I don't care if it's 1 or 16. I want the one that works the best. I don't care how many mics. If you can get me better results with less mics, then I'd rather have that.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Same. And so that's why I say that stuff is there's a lot of gimmick in that whole I got 3 mics. And this mic is supposed to cancel noise, and this mic is supposed to pick up this, and this mic's supposed to supposed to is the key word in that.
So then, so that means that we're going to have to get away from these inner ear or in ear buds
No,
then to get
no, we
better
don't. No, we don't.
mics.
No, we don't. I just explained it to you. Let me say it again. There are different types of microphones.
Yes.
They all behave differently. You have to use a certain type of microphone in a certain type of application. Microphones
Mhm.
have a frequency response. They have a max dB that they can take before they flatten out.
Right.
Okay. And then they also have characteristics of how they pick up sound. So imagine you're standing in front of a microphone right now, Keon. Okay. If the
Right.
microphone is a cardioid mic, if you stand directly in front of it and you speak directly into it, the only sound it picks up is the sound directly in front of it. I can stand right behind it and it won't pick me up.
Right.
All right. An omnidirectional mic will pick up sounds in the front and the back.
The back. Right.
Okay. There's other types as well, but these are your most common 2 basic mics, right? I feel like when I hear you talk on your new Samsung Buzz, I feel like there's a cardioid mic in there, and it's picking the reflection up off the room around you, other than picking you up. Because
Mm.
since you're not putting your mouth directly towards it, it sounds like you're away, as it should.
So and because they're using more
Now, mini
I'm
mic is
sorry.
relevant. It seems to me like Samsung spent more time on marketing than they did on actually making the product good, and that's the part you're missing.
Oh crap.
Yes.
But here's the problem.
I
You
know it hurts. It hurts.
it hurt. That hurts. That hurts.
Are you still in the
But
return period?
you know what? I still like them though. I still like them.
Hey,
Look,
get used to people saying, "Hey, you think you're a mile away," because that's the sacrifice you got to make. I said
that's
this a long
true.
time ago, right? A lot of earbuds. What you'll find is you either get good call quality or you get good music. It's very hard to get both.
That's true.
The
And
closest I've
it looks
seen
like
in both,
Samsung is moving towards music than they are calls.
yeah, the closest I have seen as far as an equal balance is going to be. I hate to say this, but the Beats Fit Pros and the AirPods Pro seem to be the closest balance. What does the AirPods lack? They lack power. To me, they don't have the horsepower that other brands have as far as the music side, right? But they
Right.
sound good, right? They lack horsepower, but they sound good. Call quality is great, transparency is great, but you lack on the sound department, right? But if we go to the other side of the planet, and let's say we go to some JBL headphones, right?
Yeah.
Blow music out the water. They're so powerful, you have to turn them down.
Yeah.
Okay. But call quality is lacking. They're a lot like your Samsungs. The
So
mic doesn't work so
what
great. The noise
so
canceling ain't so great. The transparency ain't so great. But when you play music, it's amazing.
so this is what I presume is happening in. So Samsung is balancing the music more than they are the calls, but they're putting more mics on to do noise canceling. But they're
But
not
that
using the mics for. But it's like, oh, we do have mics up here, so I guess we could try to use them for
I,
calling. But
I don't
they're
think
trans.
I hate to say this. I don't think Samsung puts as much care into these products as we like to think they do.
I think that's true. I think that's
Now,
true.
and I'll tell you why, right? I personally have owned Galaxy Buds Pros, Pro 2s, regular Galaxy Buds. What are they going to be? The Galaxy Buds.
The lives.
I have the lives as well. I've owned all of these buds, right?
Right.
The best sounding Galaxy Buds are the Lives, but they lack horsepower, but they are the best sounding, right? What do they
Right.
suck at? They don't have noise cancellation.
That's true. They don't.
They don't have transparency. But because of their open design, you by default get transparency.
Yeah, I haven't worn them in a while. I got them in the
Yeah.
bedroom.
So for me, the Galaxy Buds Lives are basically open all the time. It's like being in transparency mode permanently, but you don't sacrifice the battery life, but but you're stuck in transparency mode. So because of how open they are, right? But for music
Right.
quality, they far exceed a lot of the other Galaxy products, right? When I had the Galaxy Buds Pro 2s, they were good at music. I would say okay at calling. They were probably the
Yeah.
closest to AirPods with a little bit more horsepower as far as the sound power. They were probably the
Well,
closest thing to AirPods when as far as call quality and that gray area.
but you know what it sounds like? It sounds like, you know how you just told me that there's basically two different types of mics. It sounds like they're gonna have to put those two types of mics into these headphones.
And they're gonna have to actually tune them.
True.
But what I think, like I said, I think they spend more time marketing than they do actually making the product better. So perception is reality, right? If you believe my marketing, you will automatically believe the product's better. And that's the problem.
Oh, boo,
It's the
boo.
truth. People's perception becomes their reality. That's why people have been walking around with AirPods all these years thinking they're so great. And if you had any other high-end earbuds, you're like, AirPods sound like shit.
Hey, look, I actually look. I actually have some AirPods also, but I don't.
Re-
It
Regular
doesn't.
AirPods are trash.
Yeah.
AirPods Pro are decent as far as music goes. They're decent. They're good enough, right? But the Fit Pros are way better at music than AirPods Pro. But guess what? AirPods Pro are better at transparency. So, like, once again, you in the same boat. Two products from Apple. One of them has better music. The other one has better calling and transparency.
Right.
Pick your poison.
That's what I feel like they're doing these small incremental changes in the direction they're going to have to go in the first place, especially with, because I know that reviewers are going to start hearing these problems that we just come up with, where you got the, the down the hall effect. Even though I'm right here, I'm right next to the
Yeah, that
earbuds.
that to me. See, think about it, right? If me and you are working at Samsung and we do a
Yeah,
test call, well, don't we notice the down the hall effect first time?
yeah,
Which is my point. They don't care. Sadly, they don't care.
dang,
I'm just telling you, bro, you got to face this reality. They did not spend months tuning that microphone sound. They did not, because it took me 15 minutes to figure out something was off.
hey, look, all I had to do was ask you. I was like, so how do I sound? As soon as you said it, I was like, ooh, that sound bad.
And let's take it even further, right? Most people already know the majority of Bluetooth headsets out there that are non-Apple are using some form of a Qualcomm chip. Okay.
Yeah,
Qualcomm is basically treating all these earbuds the same way they treat the phones. They're just tossing chips out the window, and people are making slight adjustments to the settings, and that's it. Whether you realize it or not, that's actually what's going on. Qualcomm is tossing chips out the window. A company like Samsung will grab that chip and then put their own little custom software on it, but it's still the
yeah,
same freaking chip. And then they balance between battery life and performance, right? So a lot of the
right.
earbuds you find that have really crazy battery life, the first thing you'll notice is they don't get loud.
That's true.
So they tell you, oh, it's more efficient. And it's just, and that's lies. The truth is they limited the volume so the amp draw on the battery wouldn't be as high so it lasts longer.
You know what I do notice with the buds, I do notice that I had to turn the volume down on them because I think they feel too loud.
Uh, but that's what you want though. I'd rather have horsepower and not need it and not have it.
That's true.
So
Hey, look,
remember I
look, I'm
told you
just
about
saying, like,
the status buds I have, right? Those things are loud beyond measure. They have a Qualcomm chip, and Status puts their own software on it to behave how they want it to. They put their
right,
own EQ profile in there, so it sounds like they want it to. They select they have triple drivers. They select their driver impedance so it does not exceed the chip's minimal impedance. So
Uh-huh.
say they have 3 speakers and they need the minimum ohm to be say 16. Well, they'll pick 3 drivers and wire them in such a way and pick the ohms. Carlos is watching. He knows what I'm talking about. They will
Right.
select the impedances they need to meet that minimum spec. But if you notice, they're all putting about the same size batteries in. They're all putting 60 milliamp hour batteries in each bud usually in most companies. So you
Mm.
usually have a total of 120 milliamp in the set in the actual buds across all the brands because they're all using the same exact freaking battery. The only one who ain't using that battery, Apple. Only one not using
Oh.
it. All right.
Mm.
They use more of a cylinder battery. Everybody else is using that same dyne battery, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, they stack the batteries on top of each other.
No, they don't. They put one in these buds.
Oh.
But they ain't putting multiple batteries in none of these buds. 160 milliamp battery per ear. Apple's using an
Mm.
actual cylinder battery. So totally different shape battery, but about the same amount of milliamp hours, period. And what you'll notice, like I said, they just basically are setting settings and swinging them out the door. So it comes like Samsung, in your mind, they're over doing all kind of R&D. They testing and tuning all these microphones. No, bro, they are grabbing a freaking chip off the shelf from Qualcomm
No,
and
no,
put
no.
some custom software on them, and they go, "Hey, this chip can hold 3 mics per ear. Just stick 3 mics in there, dude." They just stick
Look,
3 in there.
I believe that everything you just said is a culmination of them. Like, I had the lives. Yes, it put you this permanent transparency mode if you wanted to or
Yeah.
not.
You know why the
Then I
live
had
sound
the
so good?
pros.
You know why they sound so good?
Why they sound so good?
12 millimeter drivers.
That because they're bigger. Like, the whole
Yeah.
profile is bigger.
Everything else that has like single regular drivers are 6.5 millimeter drivers.
Yeah.
The way they did them. Now, if they would have figured out how to make those things if they would have made those that actually seal in the ear, not just sit in the ear with those same drivers, and even if they had to make them a little bit bigger to fit more battery, that's the other thing that annoys me. These companies could make these buds a little bit bigger. Because think about this, right? Obviously, you got the Apple crowd, right? They go for fashion. They want to look cool.
I don't
Let
think
them
they
go for
all
a
go
look.
want to be for fashion.
I said the Apple. If you don't go for the fashion part, you're not a part of the Apple crowd. Sorry. Letting you know. When I say Apple crowd, I'm referring to people who think that everything from Apple is the best. There is no other. That's what I'm referring to. They will
Okay.
pick style first, right? Let them have a little buzz that don't have a lot of battery life. Cool. Right?
Right.
For the other people who actually wouldn't mind 8 hours of real, like actual music playing nonstop, you can make the bud a little bit bigger. Why not put me 2 of them 60 million hours in ears, like you just said? Stack them. Why
Yeah.
not put 2 of them in there? Put them in series, same voltage, more milliamps. Put me 2 of them, make the bud a little bigger. I'm cool with it, as long as I'm getting the battery life.
Yeah.
Throw them in there.
Well, what is it?
Don't the power.
Didn't the new pros they got the stems got shorter?
But they're still using the same batteries, regardless of that.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is it if they were going in the direction of adding more battery,
They're
then they
not,
could
though.
lengthen the stem out to accommodate more battery. But
In theory, but they're not
they went
going
into the
to,
opposite direction.
because their audience would do the same thing they've always done. They will claim that they don't need it, and as soon as Apple gives it to them, they'll act like it's the newest best thing. We all
Oh,
know this. We
yes,
all
we
know this is
do.
true. If Apple came out tomorrow and made them a little bit bigger, but say, y'all get 12 hours now.
They'd be like, "Oh my God,
They go, oh my God,
it's
it's the
such a
best
game
thing.
changer."
Whereas if they were just big but not 12 hours, they'd be like, them things are huge. So all I'm saying is there's compromises we all make, right? When you want to go for style and fashion, you want the smallest, most unstandout thing. AirPods don't stand out because everybody's got them.
Right.
You show up with a weird looking pair of buds that no one's ever seen, and they're bigger, you look weird.
Well, here's the thing: Samsung adopting the same stem design, I
They
guess that
are they
I
doing
guess
exactly what I said. They slapping something together.
Yeah.
Apparently, South Koreans can't read the room. Let's just be real, right? In what planet are you in competition with somebody and your answer to your next product is copy them?
Oh yeah, that's
A
a good
planet
point,
in which you cannot read the room is when you do that, sir. The South Koreans clearly can't read the room.
man.
That's just
I do.
what it is.
No, no,
They
no,
can't
no,
read the
no.
room.
I feel
Apple
like
has yet
they
to change
they
the shape
want.
of their earbuds, but everybody else keeps changing their damn earbud shapes.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you think that now the copycat is the answer? You can't read the room. To all my South Korean brothers, y'all don't understand the market you are selling to clearly, and it's going to be your demise. Just
Oh,
make a better product. Stop trying to look like something. Just make a better product. Period.
now I do have to say that like these earbuds, man, they seal everything off. When you put
My
them in your
old ones did
ear,
that.
man, they
My old
whoop.
ones did that. That ain't nothing new. I didn't need the new shape. Didn't change that.
Like what is it? They feel like from the pros with me wearing the pros for long, like the pros twos for a long term. Like my ear would start hurting. I haven't felt anything with these new ones. I don't. I
That's
guess
because
this.
you switched to a new shape. Give it 6 months.
Oh Lord, you think the
Then you have
shape
a
is
new eight.
different?
Then you have a new eight. Now, what I will say is this, right? AirPods don't give me ear pain, right? I will
Right.
give some of that to the shape, but I do sacrifice something for that. You know what I sacrifice for that?
What do you sacrifice?
They don't stay in my ears as well. They're
Yeah, they do.
looser.
They're loose. They
They
are
don't
loose.
hurt because they're loose, not because they're some a magical shape. They don't
They're
hurt because they're a
they're
half a second from falling out all the time.
they're hanging on for dear life.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
find
look,
myself
look.
all the time having to reseat them
If
constantly.
it wasn't for that pesky thing called friction, they probably would slide right out. They'd be like, whoop.
Yeah, my JBLs, them things used to hurt, but I'm here to tell you, I could do backflips with them things in, and they weren't coming out. They used to hurt, boy. Them JBL 300 TWS lives and the JBL Club Pros. I have both of them. Them things hurt. They ain't coming out.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. So what like you know that they're using the same design that they did when they had those wired earbuds, right? Earphones.
Yeah.
Those if you could wear those all day long, but they always would be like on the bridge of falling out.
At this point, I'm
But
ready
you
for
could
the
literally wear
implant.
them and don't even know they were in your ear.
I just want an implant now. I'm beyond this. I want implant. Okay. I want to have earbuds surgically with triple droppers implanted in my skull.
Oh Lord. That's the evolution we gotta go to.
And you could just put the battery pack, give me like an external port to plug the battery into on the side of my hip or something.
Oh gosh.
So I put the
Hey,
battery like
Bo.
in a little special pouch inside my pants and then plug it in and bam, I got like a freaking cell phone size battery on them joints.
No.
I ain't got to charge them things for weeks at a time now.
Hey, we wouldn't have to worry about noise cancellation. I mean, they could just plug directly into the bone. So therefore you got bone conductive mic. I
No,
can
no, I
give
don't
you
know.
everything
Don't
now.
you dare. I do not want bone conductive. They
Why
sound like
not?
crap. Bone conductive sounds like
Oh,
shit. Remember, for me, music is priority, sir. Bone conductive does not give me good music
music is
quality.
priority for you.
Yes, sir. So no, I don't want bone conductive. No, I want them to have like a port into my ear.
But yo, for call quality and like awareness of your surroundings, oh god, bone
Yeah,
conductor is awesome.
just have them look. All I got to do is implant the mic into my bottom lip. Bam.
Hey, but hey, they might as well go ahead and do like your helmet, man. You know how you got to do. You had to
My
route the wire.
motorcycle helmet.
Yeah, you had to route the
Oh,
wire through your helmet, yo.
speaking of which, I'm about to do some crazy stuff with that, but that's another topic.
Oh man.
I'm about to go bananas on the motorcycle helmet. Over the winter, I got a project planned.
Oh.
I'm gonna make my own headset
Oh gosh.
with a subwoofer.
Oh Lord.
Oh, bro, I'm
You
already
about
looking
to
at the
go
drivers.
ham.
Oh, I'm about to put like some freaking 45, 50 millimeter drivers and a sub in there.
In your helmet?
I'm gonna customize it. Yeah, yes. Put a sub at
But
the
you know
back.
what? But here's the crazy thing. How would you know what? I'm gonna have to talk to you about that off air because I'm curious about how you gonna do that.
Okay, I would be using the same comm system I'm already using, but instead of routing into their speakers, I'm gonna route that audio into my standalone 3-channel amplifier that I'm gonna use to add my own drivers to the helmet.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've already been thinking about
How
this.
big is that amplifier?
Oh, it's small. It's small.
Oh,
Remember, I don't need a lot of
you
power.
know,
I don't need a
you
lot of
get
power.
ready, bro. You're getting ready to create a new product. That's what you're about to do.
We're talking like a total of like 10 watts. Okay. Remember, like most headphones are like 1 watt, 2 watts.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a total of 10 watts, Oh, I've been plotting and scheming. I've been looking at some of these amplifier boards that are made, some of these boards that are made for Bluetooth speakers. When you go and you buy these Bluetooth speakers that run on batteries,
Yeah.
some of the smaller ones they've already got some Qualcomm 3-channel designs made to run a small sub and 2 highs. Oh, I'm about to get on my solder game. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna dust the solder. You're gonna dust the solder iron off.
Yeah, I'm gonna dust it off. I'm doing fine. When the bike is parked, for the wintertime, I'm gonna play with some things. So
Man, hey, that's what's up, man.
about to make these
Yo.
headphones thump. You're gonna hear everything, no matter how loud the bike is.
people gonna be riding next. Is that a subwoofer inside his helmet?
No,
Yes,
they ain't
people.
gonna
I
be that
can't
loud,
hear
VR.
nothing.
No, they gonna be
I
that.
can't hear nothing.
It's gonna be my own personal
Yo,
hearing.
so hey, look. So speaking of headphone jack, so sticking with the Apple verse, apparently buttons are back in style.
When they go out,
When did Apple decide that buttons were cool again?
they never went out of style, sir. People love
Well,
buttons.
hey, Apple got rid of them.
Who cares what Apple does? They'll lose.
But they bringing them back. Look, 8 years after declaring it took courage to remove the iPhone's headphone jack, Apple finally declares buttons and ports are cool
Where's your
again.
purse?
Huh?
Yeah.
But basically, in their when they revealed the new iPhone, now you have a dedicated camera button. They're just putting buttons all over the iPhone now. And
it's a 3D touch button, is it not?
yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and do on my Samsung phone, the fingerprint reader. Why did they do that? Also,
Because they read the room and no one cared.
oh Lord,
You see, that's
hey,
something I said about Samsung earlier. Not reading the room. No one, Apple copying Samsung directly is not an answer to any of their woes, Keon.
but here's the thing: Apple users put the most simplest code in their phones, and they keep getting their phones taken.
And here's the other thing: Face Unlock is faster than the fingerprint on the Samsung and the iPhone. I'm just saying. It's faster to do Face Unlock than that damn thumbprint that you so worried about, sir.
Hey, look, man. I have literally watched like people will sit up front and open their iPhone. They don't put their phone up to their face. They literally just type in the
That's
easiest.
because they ugly,
code.
okay? They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm beautiful. When I look at my phone, that bitch goes, anything you want, daddy. I'm open.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's what my phone says when I look at it, okay? Even when I got my shades on, it still unlocks in my face. Even when I got my hard hat on at work, it unlocks in my face. Okay? Face unlock is faster than that fingerprint is, sir. Big fact.
He said, you ugly. You ugly.
Yeah, they ugly.
Hey,
if your
man.
face unlock is slower than that damn touchscreen fingerprint reader, you ugly.
But hey, look, so the fact that they added specialized buttons now, what can we glean from this? Because now you got a dedicated button for the shutter down.
But here's the problem, though. Isn't that button programmable?
One of them is. So understand there's two of them.
What I'm saying is if you can program it, then it doubles as anything you want it to be. I.e., imagine the phone is in your pocket and you needed to do something without pulling it out. Wouldn't it be
That's
convenient to have a 3D touch button that you could use without even pulling it out of your pocket?
that's true.
That's why I say there's more to it than the surface that
Mm.
you're only looking at.
Hey, look, I just find it kind of weird that you introduce a touch sensitive button to just only for the camera.
It's
I
not
mean,
only
we
for the
got we
camera.
got
I
to
just told you could change
no
it, bro.
no you can yes
And
you can program
don't forget,
the
even the
action
back of
button
the
you can is programmable
you
also.
forget did you forget about the back of the iPhone? Apple symbol is also a button, sir.
But with the Apple, when did that happen?
Like years ago, homie, you could program the back of the phone that when you tap it, it can do anything you tell it to.
Oh, forgot about that.
Oh, so
I
Apple
forgot about
lied.
that.
This is not the first time.
I,
They just added
you
more
know what?
options.
I guess it just comes back around to like I never seen anybody do it.
But once again, you have a small sample group of people who probably don't fully use their phones, regardless of whether they're iPhone users or Apple users or Android users.
I think
A
that
lot of
you're
people
way
don't use a
more
lot of things.
advanced. I think you're
The
way
point
more
is,
advanced than most iPhone users, sir.
because I be
You're
actually knowing stuff before I talk about it.
yeah. Understand? Look, you probably know more about your iPhone than the iPhone users that claim the
Well, of
iPhones is
course.
awesome.
Well, duh. I be laughing when somebody tries to show me when a person who got look. I hate to say this, but I've had like friends and family members try to show me stuff on the iPhone, and I'd be like, "Yeah, and
Oh Lord,
like, because
you,
like they've been on iPhone for like 10 years, and they just now figured out something, and they think it's so cool to want to tell everybody. I'm like, man, I've been on iPhone for less than a year, and I already knew that.
wow.
I know how to do that too. Oh, I know how to do that too. Like, oh, you advanced. Somebody was
See,
so excited to tell me they were on beta. I was like, bro, I have not been not beta like ever.
he's like, I lived a beta life.
They were
I'm always
excited
on
to
the
tell me
edge.
how
Let's
I was
go.
running beta. They're like, yo, I be running beta, bro. I be like, and I'm on beta on everything I own. I'm on beta on my Snapdragon Elite machine. I'm on beta on my regular x86 machine. I'm on beta on my iPhone. I'm on beta on my Android. I'm on beta on
See,
everything.
you live life on the edge, sir.
I sure do. It's funny
You're
that
right
way.
there.
It's funny
You
that
live
way.
life on the edge.
But no, I get it though. But yes, I mean, I don't have a problem with this. I don't think it's funny that they're doing that. It doesn't matter to me.
Hey,
I think
I just
you can backpedal. Like companies can backpedal, and I don't really think this is backpedal. This is more of a modification than it is a backpedal.
oh what and more of an evolution.
It is a hey, we don't need buttons to do these things, and then years later, oh, but we could use buttons to do new things. You see,
Yeah,
that's
but you know
different than
what?
we
I
don't need
mean,
buttons at all.
like the problem at hand here was always like the placement, right? When you trying to like activate the shutter button, like you have to contort your fingers in a weird way and try not to touch any other part of the screen except where you got to touch the red button at, right?
Oh, my hand's already retarded though.
Oh.
I got a cell phone hand. They did a study a few years ago that it said that our hands and our necks are changing because of cell phones.
Really?
You ain't see that?
No, I ain't seen that. I wish I knew. Man, you gotta look, man. You
Oh,
come across something that awesome, man. You gotta put that in
this
the.
was
You gotta put that
years
in the
ago. They did a
rundown.
study. They said humans' hands are literally mutating because of cell phone use.
Wow.
Yep. Our
I
hands
feel
are
like
changing shapes and how they operate just because of how much we use electron devices, as well as our necks.
I'm just getting arthritis.
That's evolution. That's evolution. Clock's ticking.
Oh,
It's sending nerves. It's sending messages through your receptors to your sperm to tell it to change its hand shape. It's like, yo, one day you're gonna need to be able to scroll 3D porn at the
oh
same time
no.
as you masturbate. So we need your hand shape to change. Okay, mutation.
We're adapting to our new lifestyles.
Exactly. But yeah, look it up
So
when you get some free time. Humans'
I'm gonna
hand
do
shapes are
that.
changing due to cell phone use. Yep.
I'm gonna do that. Hey,
It's touchscreen specifically that did it to us.
really the touchscreen in general.
Yep. It's making people's thumbs and hands, wrists, and everything change over time.
Wow, that's
The way
crazy.
people's hands used to be. Our hands are changing because of it, and like I said, our necks from looking down all the time.
Oh, we becoming hunchback of Notre
Yep,
Dame.
becoming a hunchback. Yep.
Dang,
Mm-hmm.
dang, that's crazy.
I can only
Oh,
imagine what happened to the back of the hood homies that be driving cars. You know how black dudes put the seat all the way back, but they sit up anyway.
yeah. Oh
You know they
Lord,
backs are mutated.
they did. Yeah. First of all, I don't know how they look. I don't know how they drive like
I
that,
never
man.
did that. My sister
But you
used to
know
do
what?
that though.
They run it, but they run into stuff all the time. Car be
My
all
sister,
jacked up.
my sister drive like that.
Did you say that your sister have like dents and dings all over her car too?
No, she don't. But that damn seat be all the way back, and she be sitting all the way up.
Oh Lord. You know what? I find that women they crowd closer to the stores and steering wheel. They don't sit for the back.
Non-hood women, okay.
Oh. My
My sister
apologies. My
ain't from the
apologies.
hood. My sister ain't from the hood, but she dated hood niggas. So she got that seat back.
Look, they did that because they didn't want nobody to see them rolling. That's what that was.
Now my wife said all up on the steering wheel.
Up on it, inside the steering wheel. They
Oh
sitting on top of
God.
the steering wheel. Like, yo, that's
I'm pretty
close.
sure. I'm pretty sure she got matching DNA right now with steering wheels at this point. Jeez.
Yo, hey, man, I feel bad when those airbags go off when they that close.
Oh, well,
Oh
hell, the seat.
Lord,
Yeah, that seat back. At least the airbag throw you back onto the
right?
seat.
That seatbelt smacking you.
That seat up, you ain't
That
got
that
nowhere to go.
man, that airbag is smacking hey, look, it's gonna be just like it's gonna be like Red Man's song, "Smack the itch out you, smack the itch out you, smack the itch out you."
That's terrible, man. Terrible, but so true.
What's up, Sneed?
Speed in the building.
Sneed is talking about them cats that's south of his location.
Oh man, them American citizens eating cats and blaming it on immigrants. Terrible, man. See, that's what's wrong with this country, boy. You got a bunch of so-called Americans. They think they better than everybody. So anytime something crazy happens, it's got to be an immigrant.
Nah, you
They're
always
like,
end up
nah,
finding
homie,
out.
y'all forgot your neighbors. Our neighbors are already crazy. We didn't need immigrants to help to be crazy in this country.
That's true. That is true.
That was a black woman that ate that cat. Not an African, not a Haitian, not a Mexican, not an El Salvadorian. That was a crazy black woman that was eating that cat.
Hey man, times is hard. A
But
pussycat eating a pussycat, man. Who
bro,
thought the day would ever come?
the
But
memes are insane with this whole cat fiasco mess.
oh,
And then homeboy that snatched up that goose. I, I ain't gonna
somebody
name the YouTuber, but as a YouTuber, he was like, "Oh, I've had goose before."
no.
I can't believe that man ate that goose up. Like, wait a minute, you just said you ate goose before, fool.
Oh, what's up, PA Tech?
People be eating geese and goose. That's a thing. People eat them things.
Hey man, we
But if a
duck.
Haitian does it, oh, see, that's that South America ghetto crime crap, and they ain't even from South America.
Hey man, somebody said that the guy with the duck in his hand was photoshopped, and he
It
was
probably
actually walking his
was, but that's
dog.
how they operate, bro. They take something and run with
So
it.
AI man, AI.
Yeah, but nah, man. That's why I say that's why it's like, hey, there was 15 rapes in your town. The only one you're gonna hear on conservative news is the one the illegal immigrant did. All the rest of them you won't even hear about.
Hey man, I've never had duck before.
I ain't never had duck neither.
I wonder how it tastes.
It's probably fire, but I still ain't gonna have no duck.
Probably.
I still ain't gonna eat no duck. I'm good. I'm gonna stick with chickens, okay?
Hey
Only
man,
bird I eat is chicken.
look, chickens don't run fast enough.
I eat birds that can't fly. The way God intended. Okay?
Hey, that's true.
God
Hey,
made them
look.
easy to catch, okay? For a reason.
Oh, dang man. Hey, look. So no radio. Hey man, I got this a bit of a controversy, man. Me and you have talked about this about the gaming industry, and
Oh, here
It's
we
not
go.
looking. It's not looking good.
It never has.
Well, obviously, the gaming industry is going through a very rough patch right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. Sneeze says it's delicious.
Like I said, it probably is delicious. I just ain't gonna eat one. I believe him. I believe him. I would never assume it's nasty.
Hey, look, I haven't. I'm still a chicken boy. You know, like you said,
It
they're
probably
easy to
tastes like
catch.
chicken. It probably tastes like Olympic medal chicken. I'm just good though. Not gonna get none. All good. And I ain't talking special Olympics.
Oh, you're like, yo, this tastes like a experienced chicken.
Put that thing in some peanut oil. It's probably fire. But I ain't gonna eat
Oh
none.
wow!
I'm not gonna go looking for the duck though.
But look, so did you hear about the new PS5 Pro?
I have heard about it.
Yes, and have you like the PS5? Sony is getting a lot of backlash because of the price
Of course
of
they are.
said PS Pro,
Of course they are.
and I think that because Sony doesn't see competition anymore from Xbox, I think that Sony is like, well, we could do whatever we want to now.
I think this is a bad move from Sony.
Oh, me very rarely do me and you
And,
agree, but
and I'm not referring to the price. I'm referring to bringing a pro out in the first place.
what do you mean?
The console market is already saturated. You know how we know it's saturated?
How?
Because the price of the PS5 has not gone down. Why are you bringing a pro already when the regular one ain't even gone down in price?
I think that because that comes from the fact that they don't got no competition. The
No,
Xbox is
no.
not Xbox is not giving them any push.
You're missing the point. You don't
What?
bring a new product until you have fully milked the existing one. And the only way you can bring a new product in is if you're going to lower the price of the existing one.
But that's the reason why they get it at $700. I don't think they intend on dropping the price.
I bet money that there are more PS5s in pawn shops than there are in homes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna have to go to my local pawn shop and
Go.
see if that's true.
Go. And look, in the pawn shop price is still $4.99 on most of them.
Wow,
I'm serious, bro. Go look. You go, bro. I
wow,
can go to any pawn shop in Greensboro and they will have 10 plus PS5s at every single one. And it's like 25 pawn shops. They will all have 10 plus PS5s and PSVRs because nobody kept them. The piece of junk.
now I have seen people with I've seen pawn shops with the PSVR. That
All I'm
I have
saying is
seen.
that market, so the home console market is already in trouble because they keep creeping towards gaming PC territory on price.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
only benefit they offer over gaming PC is ease of installation, kind of, right?
yeah.
But outside of that, once you start creeping up to 7, 8, $900, gaming PC start looking real good.
That you know what, and that's what I said. I said to you, I said that it's got the Steam and Epic stores. You could put these on any PC, like on the
There you
Lenovo
go.
handheld. You could play the same game across multiple devices.
I told you when the PS5 launched, I looked at how much PS5s were, and I looked at comparable gaming PCs, and I was like, I might as well get the gaming PC. At least I get a 2-for-1.
That's true.
That's why I'm saying I think so. I already know, for at least from the media that I've consumed for the last like 5 years, the console manufacturers are already like thinking about not making consoles anymore as it is. Then you
Hmm.
can come to the market with an even more expensive one.
But here's the thing: even Sony has been putting some of their top games on PC anyway.
My point. That's why
So
this
it's like
machine doesn't
it's
make sense.
mm,
That's why this machine doesn't make sense.
it's almost like Sony is trying to like death nail it now. Like that's what it looked like.
I think they're just reaching for anything. I think the thing about consoles is this, right? Historically, consoles have always been behind PCs.
Right.
I want to say that consoles used to be like 4 years behind PCs, and now they're like a year behind most PCs. Now, obviously, they're not a year behind the highest PC you could build. Clearly, right? If we look at the average graphics card is actually at somebody's house and not on a shelf somewhere. They're a year behind the average, right?
Yo, no radio. My wife was in Best Buy and she was talking to me about trying to get another. She wanted to get a desktop. She's tired of laptops, right?
Yep.
And she takes a picture of a desktop. I think it was like from MSI, and this thing is like $819 for a gaming PC. And I'm sitting here like 819 versus. And I could do way more with that than I would for my PlayStation with that PlayStation at $700 as a pro.
You could get games from both sides. You get the Xbox games and the Sony games. You see the point?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. They can't play too much in this price range. That's all I'm saying. You can't play that much.
I do think that Sony is either is ready to go ahead and just kill the console war altogether and might as well just ride that monkey all the way out to the end and just go ahead and just make it PCs. That's what I think.
No, what Sony should be doing is figuring out how to combat PC, not match it.
But I think that all of them are going towards PC. I mean, come on, the radio. Think about it.
Hey, look, I'm not saying that. I said what I think they should be doing, right? I think they should try to play that game where they're not as expensive as gaming PCs. That's the game they should be playing. Not, I want to compete with gaming PCs. That's what I'm saying.
But Sony's not willing to take those losses no more. This price automatically says that.
They have never made profits on their consoles, sir. They're not going to start now.
Well,
they don't make profits on consoles. They make profits on licensing. It's not the consoles. It's the license. The license makes all the money. The consoles have never made money. Matter of fact, video game consoles from Sony have not made money since the PS2. Period. They have not made any money on those consoles.
Man, they built the PS2 for a long time, bro.
But I'm just saying they have made no money since then. PS3 didn't make no money. They made money on the license for the games. Meaning when a studio wanted to make a game for that console, they had to pay Sony a license fee on every single one they sold. That's where the money is, right?
I think Sony's going to go towards publishing. I think that's what they're going to end up doing.
It's technically the same thing. But what I'm getting at is now when they start creeping up into that PC price range, that's a dangerous game to play. Here's the other thing too, right? Think about people who are serious gamers, right? What kind of monitors are they gaming on? They game on 144 hertz monitors.
That's true.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna come to you? I'm gonna buy a PS4 that can probably run. I'm gonna buy a PS5 Pro that can probably run 144 hertz monitor, but I'm gonna stick it to my 60 hertz TV. It don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
So when they try to justify the horsepower they put behind it, you're not even getting it because of what you're playing on. You ain't even really experiencing those refresh rates that thing can do. It's
well, you know what?
Money.
Hey, look, if you get a chance, though, if you get a chance, the YouTube clip is the technical director of Sony. I guess I don't know the guy's name, but he's doing a breakdown of why they're introducing it. Dog, what they have discovered is more people play in performance mode than they do fidelity. So
exactly.
So what you're seeing is there's more and more people. More people want more horsepower.
Well, because
they don't care.
You said they're playing it. No. You said performance mode. Performance mode is your latency, not the quality of the gameplay. So.
Yeah, they want better frame rates.
Yes, which means more.
They don't care about the quality.
What I'm saying is that if that was the truth, then they would do the opposite. They wouldn't build more horsepower. They would focus on not wasting money on horsepower. When people don't care about the horsepower, they care about the frame rate.
Well, I mean,
you get better frame rate when you lower your quality.
They didn't improve on the CPU, but they said they improved on the GPU.
Oh, because CPUs are already way beyond what we need for gaming anyway. There's no point.
Right.
Yeah. Most CPUs are beyond what you ever need in gaming anyway. If you got a CPU that has more than like 8 megs of cache, and it can clock 3.5 gigahertz, it's already too damn powerful for gaming. All your
Right.
limits are at the graphics card at that point, and obviously like the RAM on said graphics card. CPUs
Hey,
have
look,
already been past gaming. They've
I tell you
been.
this much: I'm gonna have to. I gotta go. I'll probably have to go back to your school of marketing. Understand marketing genre because I'm gonna end up building a PC soon. That's why because I was looking at all the ones and like she went to talk to some guy at Best Buy, and all of a sudden as I told them to say, hey, look, how much is like a 4070 Ti in a PC? All of a sudden we jumped up to $1,600. I was like, oh, wait a second. I was like, but you're gonna still give me a Core i7? As like all the thing I said was different was the GPU. All of a
But
sudden,
that's
I
the
still get
gray
a
area
crappy
though.
CPU.
Yeah, you said you want a 4070 RTX 4070. That's what you said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All righty. And what is the budget you want to be in?
Well, we were trying to. She wanted to stay within the budget of $1,200.
So, all right. So check this out. Look, this takes 10 seconds. Would you mind being Ryzen?
I would not. I would mind. I wouldn't mind.
All
But it
right.
would have to. But
So
it would have to be a
Ryzen 7.
Ryzen, at least a Ryzen
It's a
9.
Oh, you want a Ryzen 9? That ain't gonna make your gaming any better though.
Well, I'm future proof because
No, the games are. I just told you that the games are already below what even the weak CPU can do right now. That's the part
I
you're
know that.
missing.
I know.
So you want CPU that doesn't make the gaming better, just so you can say you got it. Cool.
No, no,
Wasted,
no. I don't want to
wasted
look
money.
at that point. I
At
don't want to have to
Ryzen
go back.
9, a Ryzen 9 CPU is gonna run you like $600 by itself, sir. So I'm just saying.
Well, it's $649.99. I went to
I'm just
Newegg
saying.
I
I'm
went to
just
Newegg and
saying
found
it
out.
ain't helping your gameplay, but you just want it. There goes your problem. You worried about specs versus actual performance, and there's your problem. That's why you keep spiking to $1,600 because you chasing specs that don't actually
But
make
here's
your
the
gaming
thing.
any better.
But here's the thing. It spiked up to $600, and they still were trying to put a Core i7 in.
Yeah, but I
Like
wouldn't go. I wouldn't go Intel anyway if I were you. But
I
either
wouldn't.
way,
No. But I'm just saying that's what they showed her, and I was like, We were talking about 1,200. We going up to 1,600,
let me
and
guess.
and
32
it was
gigs of RAM
still.
enough for you?
Oh, that's more than enough.
All righty. How big you want the hard drive to be? 2 terabit.
2 tera.
All right. All right, let's play the game. You said 4070. How about a 4070? Okay, 4070 Super. Or you want a TI?
If I was gonna go that high, man, I was going to get a Ti.
All right. That's where your prices come from. So $1,508 with 32 gigs of RAM with a 4070 Ti, 12 gig. If you're going to build it yourself, you're still at 1508.
Hmm.
That's in a glass case. Hell, the case probably $200. What? Keeping it
Yeah,
real
the
with you.
glass case is going to be about $200.
The damn
Yeah.
case probably about 200. If you jump to Ryzen 9, you end up at $1,800, sir.
Ooh.
From Ryzen 7 to Ryzen 9. But I'm here to tell you that ain't going to change your game performance.
Look, my goal for my next PC is I'm gonna have to find a motherboard that can expand from all the way from like maybe a Ryzen 5 all the way up to a 9.
See, you
That's what I'm
worried
gonna end
about
up
the
having to
wrong.
do.
Okay. You worried about the wrong thing again.
No, what I'm saying is
Okay,
we
I'll
all
give you
know
like
that
this.
we all know the CPU is OP for a lot of these games. But
The
what I'm saying is
CPU
I
is
want
3,000% more than you need. So you being able to upgrade it is irrelevant. I
future
would
proof,
challenge
sir.
you.
Future proof.
I would challenge you. Future proof to what? That CPU is going to be idling, sir, as it is. And you talking about future. You already got 5, 10 years of future. Look, a $1,500 investment is good for 10 years, sir.
True.
10 years, sir. If we do the math, if we break it down by months, how many months in 10 years? That's 120 months. If we take $1,508 and we divide that by 120, that costs you $12.56 a month.
Mm,
Show
that's
me where
true.
you lost out, sir. and that
I
upgradability is 100% necessary.
look
I'm here to tell you that I
as
don't
a
believe
person.
that. I don't believe x86 is going to be here like as a
No,
main
it's
in 10
not. It's
years.
not.
So you
It's
trying to
not.
upgrade this old crap is the same thing with your framework argument.
Oh, look, man, I've come from the build your PC era, sir.
Well, that era's dead, and you ain't far from there. Oh man, you keep this
Wow,
up.
golly, look, leave me alone. Leave me
All I'm
alone,
saying
man.
is,
Leave me
look, get
alone.
you a Ryzen 7. Listen, put your money in your GPU, not your CPU. That's a
That's true.
big mistake everybody makes. They be trying to make their CPU the best thing ever, and they skimp on the graphics card. And when it comes to gaming, the graphics card is doing all the heavy lifting.
That's true.
I can be running in 4K 60 on my old 2080, and the damn CPU, the CPU is a freaking 10750H, and it literally be sitting at like 15%, 20% in the middle of gameplay.
Hey, hey, what does the letters at the end? So, like on the Intel, they were showing like the
So
Fs. The
okay,
Fs. What are the Fs?
I don't.
I remember you telling me what the
That's
H's
the
are.
F is new stuff. So H. When you see H in a laptop, it means that it means that they don't give a damn about battery life. When you see H in
it
a
says
laptop, it
zero
means
F
everybody says
given.
we don't care about battery life. Performance, performance, performance. That's what H means. K means it's an unlocked multiplier, so you can overclock it.
Right.
When you see K, F, I don't even know what F is. That's some new stuff.
Yeah, there was what was it? A
Let's
Core
look at that.
i7.
Intel
I forget.
F series. Let's see.
Yeah, F series.
F. You got KF, and then you got L. F series also does not have integrated graphics. Okay, so F means no integrated graphics. H means
Okay.
high performance mobile. That's what I was telling you about H. H means
Yeah.
laptop and they don't care about battery. AKA gaming laptops are gonna have a H.
it says F your
If
battery,
you
son.
actually
F
try to
your
game on battery,
battery.
you're getting 45 minutes. That's what it means.
Oh,
So the laptop itself is running 230 watts.
hey, I hear you on that one. But no, just look, the reason, look, it's better for me because I would feel more comfortable building it than buying it from Best Buy. That's just me, PB personally.
It just
Because
depends, though, right? If you look in and you can find a deal, because I'm trying to tell you, they be having deals, but you have to be willing to shop, like actually pay attention and weed through all the crap, right? You may find something that's exactly what you want, and it'd be 300-400 cheaper than you could build it yourself for. That is the problem. And if you go into it thinking that you always can do it better yourself, that's where you're gonna fuck up because that used to be true. It's not true anymore. The cheapest way to get a high-end graphics card is in a pre-built machine. Period. No matter what you
that
do, the cheapest way to get it is in a pre-built machine.
man,
Can't beat it. You can't compete with it anymore. You just can't. Because you got to realize, right? Some of these pre-built machines are $1,000, and if you just bought the graphics card, it'd be $700. That's the reason why I'm trying to tell you you can't compete.
but you know what? Hey,
So what I'm telling you is this, right? Find a machine that is like 80% of what you want, pre-built, and then add your modifications to it. But if you start from scratch, you're gonna end up spending more money. You're gonna be way past those 1,600 budget, bro. Because just the graphics card and the processor you described to me is more than $1,500.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying. You ain't building that for 12. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So if
I
I would find a machine that has the graphics card I want around the $1,200 mark. And then if you want to upgrade the storage and the RAM yourself at a later time, that's gonna be your best bet.
yeah,
That's gonna be
I
your best
understand.
bet. Find you a pre-built that got the two things, and don't worry about the other specs. Upgrade it yourself.
So that means I might as well just go ahead and target the 4080 then. Just
Yeah, target a
whatever I can
4080.
get with the 4080 in it.
Yeah, real talk.
Uh,
That's gonna be your
look,
best bet because you can't buy it
I've
for
given up
4080 by
on.
itself. How much is a 4080 right now? By itself, $1,000.
Probably.
There you go. $959.
What?
4080, $1,098. 4080,
You haven't even,
$1,273. Mm-hmm.
you haven't even got none of the rest of the stuff for the damn.
That's my point. You talking about I'm gonna build it. You crazy.
Man.
You can't compete. You know why? They're buying it in bulk. When they buy it in bulk, they're gonna get it way cheaper than you are.
Well, look, man, I've given up on consoles, dog. After Stadia crashed, I was like, I was in this weird realm of wherever I want, which direction I want to go in, and I was like, I don't want to go back to console. I didn't see a future in it no more.
Yeah, I'm done with console. I've been done with console. I've been done. I figured it out when PS5 dropped. I was done.
Mm.
Yeah, because I was looking at the performance of the graphics card, and then I looked in the PC, so I was like, shoot, I can get a PC near that price. Because you got to realize the PS5 dropped during the pandemic.
Yes, it did.
And then they sold out immediately, and then people was out here bootlegging them for $1,000.
Dang.
You don't remember that?
No, I remember it, but
People
look,
were out
man.
here selling PS5s for $1,000 because nobody could get one. So they were basically, when they got sold out, that first line of them got sold out. Everybody was paying crack prices for it, $1,000. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Before I spend $1,000 on that, I'll just get a gaming PC.
Dog, I mean, dog, look, I had to go back and find out how much a PS5 brand new is. It's like, was the digital version? It's like $449.
Mm-hmm.
Dog,
and the disc version like $599 or something.
Did you know they sell an add-on for the DVD player?
I know that. That's old news.
I'm like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. It's like I told you, the pawn shops are selling used PS5s for freaking $400 and some dollars.
Wow.
Not digital, but the full version. They getting over $400 for them.
Wow, man. Boy, desperate times, boy. Desperate times.
And they don't mind layaway. They'll lay it away for you. You go in there, they say you can lay, when you go in these pawn shops out here, they have like a sticker on it. It's like, you can lay this away for just $10.
No, sir. No.
And then you bring us $40 every week until you pay.
Hey, look, it's like there's like 20 people paying on one.
Yeah. They know somebody ain't
whoever get look, they know they're gonna get another one in. They know they're gonna get another one in. Hey,
bro, I swear to God, you go to my local pawn shop, there'll be like 15 of them PS5s on the top shelf up there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. And freaking PS4s and Xbox Ones, shoot, they going for $30-$40 right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, $30-$40 at the pawn shop. Bro, I saw a Surface Pro, like a 2020 version, Surface Pro at the pawn shop for $180.
Oh.
No, not Surface Pro, take it back. The Surface laptop with the Surface Book, the one with the detachable keyboard that has the graphics card in the keyboard.
What?
$180. That's how desperate it is in these streets.
Man, it's getting hard out here, boy.
I said, man, if I didn't already have my Galaxy Book Edge, I'd buy that. $180. It's got a freaking graphics card in the keyboard. I forgot what graphics card it is, but it's actually decent. I was like,
wow.
$180? I said, dang, that's cheap.
That's crazy. But you know what? I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I just think that PlayStation is seeing the writing on the wall. Like, yo, you know, it's pointless. Like they're porting their game, they're porting their popular games to PC. There's more PC players. Like even my wife, yo, she doesn't even care about consoles no more because dog, she sees some of these YouTubers playing like some of these indie games. Guess what? You can't get the indie game on the PlayStation, and these are like these couch playing games, yo. And then people be watching these streamers play them and be like, yo, they go out and buy them.
Oh, here it is, Keon. They have an NVIDIA GTX 1050 in the keyboard.
Oh, wow.
When you attach it to the keyboard on that old Surface one, the one that was at the pawn shop, it immediately it gains a 1050 GTX card, which is equivalent to your equivalent to your handheld.
Shame. The tablet becomes my handheld.
When you pop it off, it's running on the integrated graphics. When you pop it on, it has a 1050 GTX.
Dang.
$180. Somebody is gaming on that right now.
Mm. But yo, hey, look, that's the reason. Look, look, I'm just saying, look at everything as a whole. You got PlayStation going stupid with their consoles.
The Xbox
More and
is
more
next.
people. Xbox is probably going to get away from consoles altogether. I think this is the last generation.
They're gonna do another one.
I don't know, man.
I remember it goes back.
Not,
these companies don't know how to read the room, bro.
Hey, look, I can tell you this much. Look, with the combination of handhelds coming onto the market, because my wife asked, she asked, like, hey, do y'all have another Legion? Y'all have a Legion Go? And she's like, oh no, they said they were all sold out. So people are buying these handhelds.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say that. Wait a minute. If they only ever had 12 in stock in the first place, and they sold out 12, how you know they ordered the next 12? You don't.
We don't.
There you go. So you can't assume sales based on something not being in stock. That don't work like that.
Well,
something might not be in stock because they stopped stocking it.
Well, shoot,
man. How I know this happens? You know how this happens? Do you remember when I got all them Galaxy Buds for $40 a pair?
I remember that. Yes.
Because Walmart had like 50 of them in their store and they didn't sell. So they stopped stocking them and literally took them off the shelf. And I only found them because they were on the website and they had to go in the back and get them for me. They weren't out of stock because they sold them. They was out of stock because they were getting removed from stock. That's why you can't assume something being out of stock means it's sold. So just be careful with that. That will mislead you in a heartbeat.
I would like to say this. With looking at everything that's coming out of the pipeline, you are already rocking a laptop that has a Qualcomm chip in it. We all know that these handhelds are going to be the next thing that gets these chips put in them.
I understand that, but I would also argue that the graphics capability is about the same as the existing chips. It's the next gen that maybe hopefully falls into those handhelds. Because if the current gen goes in those handhelds, it ain't gonna be pretty.
But what I'm saying is the trajectory of what is being possibly going to be offered. You're going to have handhelds as strong as that's as capable as a PlayStation Pro.
Wrong. You know, in 3 to 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, because remember, we already remember even the Qualcomm chips are only maxed at 4.2 teraflops. In order to match a match a Pro, those are like freaking 18 teraflops, sir.
That's true.
I would assume because even the regular PS5 is already like 14. So no, Qualcomm ain't even close, sir.
But I'm just saying that
give it 5 years.
I don't know. I believe that maybe even sooner than that. But I'm just saying, like, I think that Sony did read the room. They're like, "Yo, squeeze this balloon as tight as we can and get all the air out of it."
I believe the old men at Sony made this decision, and all the young guys in the back room going, "Damn, this is so dumb." Because look, I work in an industry where people on the ground don't agree with the way stuff is being done, but we still get looked at as if we agree with it. They don't listen to us. The accountant department has more power than the engineering department will ever have in every company. So when you make decisions, it is 90% the accounting department, and the other 10 is the actual engineers and experts that know about the product, understand the product, and understand the customer.
Hey, look, I agree with you on that one. I was looking at the reason. So you don't follow what goes on in the space industry, but I was watching what happened with hold on one second. Brandon's in the house. Brandon's in the house. Brandon's in the house.
What up, sir?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Hey, you don't play video games, do you?
No, they take too long.
Brandon too busy doing it on the kitchen counter and doing it in the car and doing it in the bathroom and doing it at the mall and playing video games.
All that doing it, huh?
I don't be doing games.
He said, "I don't play games." He said, "You want to play with something safe. Don't play with me."
What's
No,
up,
but like
Brandon?
I don't do games because they're too expensive. You spend your whole life on a game machine, and
Yeah.
Hey, look, man. Everybody got some weird crutch or something. Hey, for
Keon
for
plays
PC
Destiny.
gamers.
I go ride motorcycles. Big difference.
See,
I'll be out in the
hey,
world doing
look.
things. Keon be at the crib scratching his nut.
Oh, I don't be just at the crib scratching my
I'd
nuts.
rather be on a motorcycle and let it take me wherever than to be a couch potato playing a game, sucking
Look,
up all
man.
that coax.
Look. I am not a couch potato. I'm a couch spud. There's a difference.
You still ain't moving.
He said you dead already. You just don't know it yet.
Just go ahead and throw dirt over me. I'll grow back some way somehow.
But nah.
So what's going on, Brandon?
Nothing
What's
much.
on your mind? What's on your mind? We already got past the Apple story.
What
You
y'all
came
talk
in here
about?
late. Talking about the earbuds from Apple and the new button from on the iPhone.
Uh,
They got buttons now, man. They got rid of buttons. They put buttons back on.
I don't really care about the new AirPods because I still like the second generation AirPods, and the new AirPods are basically the third generation. And then they didn't really do much with the AirPods Pro. They probably won't do nothing with that till next year. I know that they're gonna push a software update for hearing aid or something like that.
Yeah,
And then
but
the new
do you
phone,
really? But do you really think they're gonna push an update on older headsets?
no.
Like,
They,
I
as a
don't see
matter of
them
fact,
doing that.
Apple's no longer selling the second generation AirPods. They're getting rid of those.
Well, of course they are.
I love those AirPods.
Well, you don't got to worry about them much longer. You don't have to worry about them, man. You can find them in probably eBay or something.
No,
Or in
but
Walmart refurbished.
they Walmart still has them, but whatever's left is left of them.
No. Walmart is selling refurbished ones, Brandon.
Already, I don't want them.
They warranty them and
AirPods that
everything, bro. I'm just letting you know if you didn't already know. And like even in physical location, not just online, they have dedicated refurbished Apple products in a
no,
dedicated
I
place.
know. Best Buy does that too. They got the Geek Squad certified or whatever.
So they will
Hey,
probably have them for the next few years. That's what I'm
oh,
getting at.
they're gonna be there for a while.
Oh no, radio. I noticed that certain markets, and I think Dallas or whatever, Spectrum upgraded the internet speeds again.
Of course. Why
It's
wouldn't they be?
it's 300, 300 is now 400, and 500 now 600.
Wait, is that for your Comcast?
Well, technically, 500 was already 600. They just don't say it, but it's over provision anyway, so that ain't much saying much.
What was it? 500, 400?
Well, even when you were getting 400, you were getting like 533.
Well, now you're basically gonna almost get 700 with the
Get 700.
600.
Yeah, it don't surprise me. Like I said, they got all them upgrades in place, bro. Told you
Why
that's
ain't they
I
do nothing with
Moving
the
on
1 gig?
up.
say what?
Why ain't they do anything with the 1 gig?
Because they're not done.
Uh,
Oh, and they're not gonna and that's another thing. They're not gonna push more than 1 gig service for a residential. They're not gonna even advertise that.
Well, that's over. I mean, 1 gig is already
Yeah, most
overkill.
people ain't even gonna subscribe to 1 gig in the first place. Now you're gonna try to get them to get 2
I
gig.
mean, the 1 gig in some areas is already $60 for promotional.
What I'm saying is people still ain't getting it.
I mean, the person who thinks that gaming at 1 gig gives them an edge, that's
It
the only
doesn't
person that's
though.
going to end up doing it.
It doesn't. That's the funny part.
Yo,
I think the only
Jim.
people that are getting the 1 gig service are gamers or very tech savvy people.
No, you know who's getting it? I'm gonna tell you something. The majority of people signing up for 1 gig don't even know they're signing up for 1 gig. Facts.
They getting it, don't realize
The
it.
sales people are
No,
selling
what
it.
about the people that want the 35 megabit upload?
The
They
sales
use it.
people are selling it to them. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not
They're-
saying the people you're talking about don't exist. I'm saying they're not the majority of the people getting it.
Are
The
you telling me?
majority.
Hey, no
well,
radio, no
yeah.
radio. Are you telling me
Sales
that what
people
they're
are the
doing is
devil, is what I'm trying to
They're
tell you all.
upselling bandwidth that
they
you'll never use.
They're
what they
overselling people, and they're just selling the price, not talking about the speed, because they're advertising the promotion price. Those same customers call back in a year or 2 years later and go, "Why in the world is my bill so high?" I'm telling you, I had old women being signed up for gig and don't even know what it means.
I
What is
believe
this?
you.
Because they were
What is
getting a
gig?
promotional price, and all they saw was the promotion. So here's it. So I'll give you to like this, Keon, right? Say the base speed is $70 a month for the 300, right? But they're
Right.
running a promotion where the gig is 70, right? You might have come for the $70 price, and they just sell you the gig because it's promotion right now. That's what happens to a lot of people. They get signed up for a higher tier simply because of the promotion. They don't even care about the speed. Same thing with Lumos, right? Lumos only gives you the Visa card promotion, where you get the little Visa back if you sign up for gig or higher. So what people do is, when you do the math, the gig is cheaper than the regular like 300 with the promotion and the gift card. So you end up subscribed to gig, right? Because it ends up being cheaper than the lower tier, not simply because you wanted it. That's the problem.
Salespeople are evil.
If the gig is normally, say, $80 a month, right? But they're going to give you a $350 gift card, and you calculate 12 months minus $350, what's the price? It ends up being cheaper than the lower tier without the gift card. That's how people get signed up. That's how a lot of people who don't even know what they're signing up for get signed up for higher tiers, and they don't find out till the promotion runs out, and then they freak about the price. And the sales people don't care. Telling you what happens. Yes, you got those gamer guys, right? But if there's 400 people in the neighborhood, there might be 5 to 10 people who actually even care about that high speed tier. Everybody else is just getting stuck in it for promotions.
Hey, Aries, hold on one second. So, Jim, I'm not gonna put Jim's response up here, but
what did he say?
He's saying that his special videos only need 2 megabits.
He ain't wrong.
He's not wrong.
480p.
That's all he's saying. All
No,
I'm
but
saying is
his special website that he likes to go to. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I won't tell what sea. I don't tell you what ocean to go float in, but that's what you do. That's what you do.
No, but and then Pornhub has 240 4P, sir.
That's per eye. 480p per eye, man.
no, but what what that person just said, Jim, like, let's be realistic. Like, for example, if you were to go to AT&T, T-Mobile store, whatever, and they sold you the most expensive plan, that customer doesn't even know how to activate HD on their plan.
Exactly.
And they're literally at 1.5 megabits.
And you're gonna tell me that AT&T doesn't know that's happening?
Oh, they do.
know
they got
it's
the
happening,
metrics.
but
there you go.
They can see the numbers.
It's the same. It's the same thing. A lot of people only get in these tiers because of promotion.
It's HD, and it's not.
Think about how many people signed up for the higher cable package because of the promotion price, but as soon as the promotion's gone, they go, "What the hell?" They don't go, "Oh, I needed it." they freak about the price.
They'll get the premier package, and then they'll basically be like, I'm gonna go downgrade to the choice package.
Like, for example, however smart you think the customer base is, cut that in a third. That's how smart they actually are.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
believe it. Hey, look.
that's
Do you
true.
know? I had to go and find a tutorial on how to turn the HD thing on AT&T. That lets you know how many people are actually doing it. Like that's not many people that does that. It's not like
I'm
it's
just
on the
saying, if
menu.
people don't
They
know, they
don't know
don't
how to
care.
mess with it, and they don't care.
They don't care, bro. The same thing applies to the people like, oh, well, some they do it because they want the higher upload. Yeah, 1% of them.
Yeah,
Like
1%.
admin,
but you know what?
the people that put the stats for nerds on the TV, they some of them think like, oh, you're hacking my TV, are you messing the settings up?
Do you know what you know what I think happened, and I think that this it's a part of this the sales team doing this also is
Uh,
that they make it seem like, oh well, we have the standard package, but you know, since you're such a great person, I'm gonna upgrade you to gig, and the person feels like they're getting something. They feel like
Exactly.
they're getting something without getting something. Like, oh man, you gig. I don't even know what that is.
Exactly,
Edmund,
Keon.
Feel
Edmund, I'm gonna
good.
give
It
you
made me feel good inside.
Edmund, I'm gonna give you the best, and I mean the best example. Direct TV and Dish Network, they gave you all the premium channels free for 3 months, and then after
Mm-hmm.
that, those people are mad because their
Yeah.
bill's so high.
Yeah,
And they get an
but
NFL ticket for that first year just to get you hooked. Back.
Yeah.
hey man, a lot of people coming off that high now. They're like, yo, forget this direct TV. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
all those sports fans that got direct would jump through the hoops for direct TV. Man,
Yeah.
they leaving now. They're
And
like,
they
I
can
am
go
good.
get it from Google or their cable company now.
There you go.
If they're a business customer. At the moment, only business customers can get it with the cable company, but
No,
not
radio. Do you think YouTube TV will start doing 1 year price lock?
You know what?
because they already. You talking about whoa. You said price lock. Maybe I'm about to respond incorrectly. What do
So,
you mean
like
by
for
price lock?
example, let's say they start doing tomorrow. They do 69.99. Like they downgrade the price.
Oh, you saying
But
do I think they're going to copy everything the cable company ever did?
yeah,
Yes, because they have the same fate in their future. Yes,
Oh man, not the same fate.
I've been telling you that, Keon. You
I
don't
know, I
listen.
know, I know. No, I
They're
listen. I'm
gonna
just
do
saying.
every little thing you saw the cable company do for the last 30 years. All the streaming companies are gonna do all the exact same things.
They're already doing it now.
That's my point. So, like I said, everybody made the cable companies the bad guys. Well, just wait for the streaming companies to do all the exact same things to you.
Look,
You're
right
welcome.
now,
now
You
they're
ask
going
right.
and
directly
ye
to you.
shall receive. Ye
I
shall receive.
I have to tell you this much, man. It's going to get harder and harder to justify multiple streaming services as we go forward because as they get more and more they get higher up in price. You're not gonna be able to have all the major ones. You're gonna be like, yo, someone gotta go.
Like I told you, just they're gonna suffer the same fate as they get more and more customers, and they shift. These customers are leaving the other companies. Those TV stations are gonna start. Hey, we got to raise this 10 cents, and we got to raise that 15 cents. We got to raise that 35 cents. We got to raise that.
Oh,
Boy, you
Direct TV just signed a deal with Disney now, so they're back on. I haven't seen what the deal is yet, but
So basically, the deal is gonna be that they're gonna get Disney Plus, basically similar to what Spectrum is doing, but they
Spectrum
get to
did.
keep, yeah, but they get to keep the freeform and all the other sub channels.
Mm.
yeah, we just added something else. Well, I don't remember what it was. Because I don't be paying that much attention. I don't care much
It
about
was
Disney.
Disney Plus, the basic, then ESPN Plus with the higher tier
There's something with
package.
Paramount too. Got added.
Yeah, Paramount was added I think last week, and then if you have a Spanish package, you get
Mm-hmm.
Univision's VIC service.
Yep, they're adding all that stuff.
Brandon is the cable
Yeah,
guru,
like I said,
so
they're adding everything. They're adding all that stuff into these cable packages, bro. All the streaming stuff is just getting tatted on to the regular cable package, basically.
Literally.
Yep.
mm-mm.
But basically, it makes sense because like the cable companies are like, hey, you know what? If we're gonna if we both want to be in business, let's glue the the traditional streaming services. I mean the new streaming services on with the legacy channels.
And with those new Comcast boxes, what I call them, all
The
the apps
Zumo.
right there, ready to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
load it up, bam. You got it on your TV.
Even though there's still several apps those boxes don't support, which is crazy.
No, but they're coming.
Yeah. I've already unhooked them.
I think that comes down to the. I think that just comes down to the developers. The developers aren't supporting it yet.
So, like, for example, I think I told you before, you cannot use your subscriber version of Stars on those boxes.
No, you can't. Not
Nope.
even not at all.
Right. So that means that they have to build an app from scratch. Like
But you listen to what I said, Keon. You can use Stars on the box.
Right.
Just not the one that is subscribed through the cable company. Ain't that kind of stupid?
That is stupid. It's
You
stupid.
gonna tell me the cable company gonna give me a box, and the only way I can use Stars is outside the cable company? Think about that.
I mean, no radio. Comcast and Stars don't have the best
I can
terms.
tell because I can't use my Spectrum login for my Stars on that box.
No radio. Comcast just started doing a year and a half ago the login for Comcast customers to use the Stars app. Yeah. Not only that, but Comcast doesn't have the multiplex channels. They only have one of each. They used to have all of them, but they took them off.
That's why I went back to the Apple TVs, and my little boxes are in they're somewhere. I ain't even tracking where they at. They just somewhere.
Yeah.
They somewhere out there in Old Glory.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm just saying, man. I just think that all these boxes all over the place is just they're going to start whittling them down too. It's just that it's stopgaps. All of it's stopgaps. I think it was just it's cheaper for them to go ahead and just throw that out there. And
they need to stop making all these gaps. I'm done with it. They need to stop making all these gaps.
Dang.
I just need stuff to work. I ain't got time for all the other mess.
Hey, so switching topics. So Jim came, in like a wrecking ball and was like, stop with all the electric car stuff. Well, I aim to please.
Get him, Jim. Get him, Jim.
I aim to please. So, no, radio. You are more of a car guy than I am. I am a car enthusiast. I don't know everything that comes to ICE vehicles per se, but I can tell you this much. This article hit the nail on the head when I was reading it. I was like, yo, I presume that this is going to be a problem. So electric family cars are becoming too powerful, and it might be time for a gentleman's agreement.
Okay, this is dumb.
Why is this dumb?
Literally.
Okay,
what do you mean?
So let's play car history, sir.
Hey, they did. That's exactly what they did here.
Motorcycle history as well with the same thing.
Every
gentleman agreement ever made in any
has been broken.
Motorcycle has been only on paper, never in reality. That's why it's dumb.
Hey, look. What was it? They were talking about the gentleman's agreement for like the Japanese cars. They
all agreed, and then they still broke all the rules. They just didn't.
Yeah. So Honda. They said Honda broke the rule first. So Japanese cars were stuck at 276 horsepower.
They were never stuck.
Whoa, they kept themselves at that.
Even when they were saying 270, they were making 330. Okay. Let's just be real. Okay? They were saying 270 while making 330, sir.
Oh.
Skyline is one of these vehicles that was supposed to be 270. It was making 330 stock.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, like, look, it was well documented that you even told me, it's like, hey, look, the Japanese cars, they were coming over here, kind of like not breaking past a certain amount of horsepower, right?
On paper.
on paper. Now,
There you
what you
go.
do when you modify it,
No,
understand
that was
modification is
not. That
different.
had nothing to do with it, though, Keon. They were literally saying the car had this much power from the factory, and it wasn't that. It had nothing to do with modification. There was no modification needed. All those cars made more power than they said on paper. Period.
Right.
The Super was another one. The Super was supposed to be like 280. The damn thing was making like fucking 360.
Mm.
They never followed that agreement. They just you know what the gentleman's agreement was? We're not gonna say we make more power. They never said they ain't gonna make more power.
Right. So what was it? So here,
that was it. That was literally it. We won't talk about it. They
so
did
here,
motorcycles. They were making motorcycles with 185 horsepower, but they weren't allowed to talk about it no more.
Well, apparently, they threw that piece of paper out the door, and the Acura RL Legend was on paper 300 horsepower, 3.5 liter
that would have
V6.
so Honda broke it on paper, but everybody broke it in real life. It's the point I'm trying to make to you. None of those cars were making the power, and look, the American cars weren't no different. But see, look, at least the American cars, when they were doing it, they were doing it because they didn't know. Like literally, they were like making a car with an engine, and it was like, well, our calculations say that car makes 285. And then you buy the engine 30 years later, the engine makes 400. Oopsie.
Oops. Well, okay, so look, with the article namesake, right? And as I people ask me about my Tesla, right?
Yeah.
I tell I go through the whole spiel, but I do tell people, I said this is the most horsepower that I've ever had at my fingertips. And it is addictive. So understand, it is a scary addiction that I have to like train myself not to get part of. And literally because like I don't know what it is. Like, as soon as you switch it into like I have the long range model. I don't have the performance. So even with me switching it from chill to standard gives me access to like more horsepower than I've ever had in any vehicle that I've bought ever.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they talk about it is, yo, this is way too much horsepower in cars in a standard family vehicle. I meant to pick up kids. I'm not meant to go to the track.
Yeah, but if you get a dual motor, you already ain't family no more, sir. Once you ask for the dual motor, that's not the family car anymore, sir.
But that's what I'm saying. But people don't see it that way. They see it as just a standard sedan. But this is a standard sedan that is like
I'm talking about when you bought it, it wasn't a family car no more. You the one would say, yeah, let me get the dual motor now. Let me get that dual motor.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Look, I'm starting to see the radio. I'm starting to see people in the hood with Teslas, dog. And I'm not telling. Understand? It's starting to look like the Dodge Charger scene. These guys are speeding with Model 3s.
Well, I know Model Y is what 456 horsepower with the dual motor.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the same as a damn Corvette,
bruh. I'm telling you right now, I don't trust myself with this vehicle. Okay, I don't do it.
Same as a base model Corvette. I'm going to be specific.
The way that I try to explain to somebody, I said that even like I was coming home for my family reunion, and when you drive down the freeway, you down like 95, you got to be a little bit more aggressive, right? Because everybody's trying to jockey for position. Nobody wants to get stuck behind the truck that's moving slower or somebody moving slow in the slow lane.
Part you're on. If you're in the northern section of it, then you're in hell.
Oh, dog.
And if you're in the southern part,
yes. Yep. But you know what happened when you start getting it's starting to get crowded. Everybody's like trying to speed past you. They're like, yo, if you slip for 1 second, I'm not going to let you in. I got tired of. I'm like here. I'm doing 80. I know I'm doing 80, and people are still passing me. But I'm coming up on slower cars faster. So I just like I was like I got tired of constantly getting into the back train of all these cars. So I was like, all right, cool. I just took the car out of chill, put it in standard, and I'm racing past people. I'm doing 90 at this point, faster than I thought I was actually doing because I
For
have
the
more
highway
torque.
patrol on the line, his name is Edmund Yates.
No, hey, excuse me, it's Keon. Keon, sir, Keon. And there's no video proof that I was doing. I could be exaggerating right now. But dog, I'm doing 90, and every single time I come up on somebody slower, people are trying to like get past me because I believe in lane courtesy. Okay, when I drive, if I'm the slow, if I'm the, like, I don't hover in the fast lane. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I don't when I drive, I don't hover in the fast lane. Somebody's gonna always be faster than me. Go, I want your crazy butt to get past me and go. So whenever I come up on somebody slower, I just want to go ahead and just get out and go. I put on my turn signal, all of a sudden you get a train full of people flying past you. I got tired of that. I put the car in this just normal and I'm flying past people. I'm like literally people think they got the upper hand. I just zoom right past them. At 70 miles an hour, I still got more torque than a family car.
Well, duh.
I'm just saying that it's addictive. And you're talking about I'm supposed to be having car seats in the car. If I'm ever going to be a father, I'm gonna have car seats in the car and some children. Like, that is way too much torque like the way too much torque at your fingertips. It's
Look at this.
crazy.
Look, talking about the Japanese agreement. I'm looking at a dyno graph for a R34 GTR with an RB26D twin turbo stock. All-wheel drive. It made 293 at the wheels.
Golly.
So I want you to understand something. You lose like 20% of your power in the transmission in the all-wheel drive setup. So just add 20% to 293. If you tell me that they follow the rules of the agreement.
Look.
I just watched a dyno video of a stock one. 293 plus 20%.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, man. Hey, look.
351 horsepower is what it actually made when it was advertised at 276. That's all I'm saying.
I understand. Look. The reason why I put this article up, right, is to be able to get crazy, horsepower. You had to do some modifications, especially like if you either you bought it from the factory already with like the turbos on it and everything, but you had to know about cars. The average, soccer mom is not going there talking about, yo, let me get those twin turbos put on that also. She's not doing that. Not doing that.
Really, though, because you got to realize, right? If we're talking about the Japanese gentlemen's agreements, right, we have to compare them to other cars of the same time, right?
Right.
So 99 to 2000 Skylines were advertised at 276, but we know they were making 351. Okay.
Right.
The comparable U.S. two-door car would be a 99 to 2000 Ford Mustang. Okay. Care to guess what they dyno?
Oh, I'm scared to even ask. I'm scared to even ask. I bet they're pushing 400.
You ready? 260.
What?
That's it. Yes, that's my point I'm trying to make.
Wow.
Supers and Skylines would eat late 90s Mustangs alive, sir. And they were all and the Skylines were all-wheel drive, so don't drag race them. They'll whoop you on the launch. I'm just saying. Now, don't get me wrong. You can that's when modification comes in. Yes, you can easily modify those and make 350 horsepower all day. Absolutely.
But here's the thing. What I'm saying is my car comes unmodified.
I know. This is what I'm getting at.
This is unmodified.
The Skyline was unmodified, making like 70 more horsepower than they advertised. Is what I'm trying to say. Under a gentleman's agreement. This is why gentlemen's agreements are stupid. This is my point.
No. What they're saying, basically, I feel like
it's for the advertising. All it does is give them fair advertising. So people won't pick cars based on advertising. That's what the whole thing was, because they got tired of every year we got to put a higher number out. So the Japanese were like, look, let's stop talking about horsepower. Let's advertise all
if
the
you know
other
any,
features of the car.
but if you know anything about cars, you knew that the Supra was doing that. Like, come on, you knew that what the Supra could do.
Because I know I want to say the stock Supers were advertised at like 280 or something like that. I want to say they was advertised at 280.
Right.
Stock horsepower on it. So no, that's what it actually made. So the Toyota Supra in 99 actually made 330 horsepower.
Golly.
But under the gentleman's agreement, 270. I'm sorry, 270.
But look, but my question to you right now on the radio is this: do you think that they need to tone down these electric vehicles?
I don't care.
Why not, sir?
Why should I? I don't think. What's that got to do with sales?
Look, man, I'm saying that they're gonna need like a parental guidance is suggested version on these cars.
First of all, sir, if you're buying your son or daughter one of these, they deserve to die because they have crappy parents and no one clearly loves them. Okay, they only belong with Jesus, their maker. Okay, at this point, if they were so unlucky, if you are a parent and you're buying your child a first car that has anything more than 180 horsepower, you are an idiot, and your children deserve to die.
Wow.
I said,
don't say that. Don't say that, man. I just
had some kids over here where I live die in a tragic car accident in a sports car. It was the kid's first car. They died going over 100 miles an hour.
Oof.
2 of them are dead. The other 2 are basically paralyzed right now as we speak. This just happened the week before last.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
The parents. I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you said it on air.
Blame the parents for that. Your kid's first car should not be a daggum sports car. I don't care how successful you are and how much money you got and whatever your dreams was when you was little. Get your kids a responsible, safe vehicle that they can learn and grow driving skills in. You should not be giving your 16-year-old a damn Mustang as a first car. You should not be giving them an Infiniti G35 or 37. You should not be giving them a 350Z. You should not be giving them a freaking Camaro. You should not. Even V6. You shouldn't be giving them a V6 Camaro either. They need a slow car that they can develop driving skills in.
Don't give them a Tesla either.
Get them a Corolla, Camry, and I ain't talking about the sports Camry. You got to get them the slow Camry with the 4-cylinder in it, the 180 horsepower Camry. Don't get them the V6 Camry. That V6 Camry gonna kill them too.
Yeah, that is true.
You get these. That's what I'm talking about. We don't need parental guidance on vehicles. We need parental guidance on parenting.
Ooh.
What did Eminem say? Eminem said, "Don't blame me when your little kid jumps over the terrace. Apparently, you ain't parents."
Bars.
Apparently, you ain't parents.
Dang.
No kid should be in a damn 465 horsepower Tesla. Shouldn't be happening.
Should not. I don't like I said, it takes everything in me to stay. When I say addictive, it's addictive. You especially don't have like a don't have somebody in a charger.
I know all too well,
bruh.
I have been arrested over street racing. I know all too well. Take it from me.
I know. Look. Understand something on the radio. All my vehicles were slow grandma vehicles, bro.
But my mama didn't give it to me neither. I bought them cars when I was an adult.
See?
And I still wasn't responsible enough. Okay.
Yo, look. Radio, my first car was a hand-me-down Mustang. Probably barely 150 horsepower. But look, let me put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this. For me to even break the tires on it, I had to put it in like drive backwards and put it in reverse and put it in drive fast just to break the tires from the concrete. That was the only way to do it.
My first car had like 120 horsepower. Okay,
Yo,
that's
and
a
even with that, I still was irresponsible. I ended up running that thing into a ditch.
I'm gonna look at this. Let's see here. My first car had an F22 A1 engine.
Oh God.
Okay, that's a Honda motor for anybody who don't know. I know our Honda guys know exactly what I speak of, but it had 125 horsepower. Okay, it's only so much trouble you can get in with that.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And I had a homeboy. He had the EX, and he had I think the A4. Yeah, he had the F22 A4. It had 100. No, he had the A3. No, it was A4. Yeah, the EX. It had 130, a whole 5 more horsepower.
Yo, look, even in skill mode, I still got more. I got more horsepower than some family cars.
No, not some, all, sir.
No,
Your average family car has about 180 horsepower, Keon.
Shoot, bro.
Yes, because your average family car is going to be the 4-cylinder version.
Yeah.
Toyota Camry 4-cylinder, 180 horsepower.
Dang, man.
There you go.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, yo, look, I believe that they're going to either have to find a way to put limiters on, like digital limiters.
No, these kids shouldn't be driving them, period.
Something okay, like, you know, they say that you can't drive
why
fast.
Why you buying your kid, even in the used market, these cars are 50, 60 G's. Why would a kid have one, sir? See my point?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, think of it like this: if let's say that when I have kids and we're still able to drive, right?
They shouldn't be driving your Tesla, sir.
And I keep my Tesla for a long time.
Don't put them in, sir. I got an uncle right now. He has 2 sons. Okay, neither of them has ever sat in his Mustang. Now I have. But I'm a car guy. I've driven it. He's giving me the keys. I've been gone. Bye, Unc. But that's me, right? His sons have never driven his car. 2 reasons why they have never driven it. For one, they can't drive a manual.
That's a dying trait too.
And mind you, one of his sons is only a year younger than me. But the 2 is that they're not car guys. They have no business behind that wheel. They should not be driving his modified Mustang. They should not. Because when he bought that Mustang in 93, that Mustang only had like 215, 225 horsepower. Well, I'm here to tell you, it don't know more.
Oh, no.
It should not be behind that wheel. Hell, non-car people should not be in sports cars to begin with.
But it's the allure. Like, my wife wants a Charger.
Why do you think that? Okay, see?
And I do not want her to be in one. I do not want her to be in one.
You know what the most wrecked car is right now?
Chargers
and freaking Challengers, and the inexperienced people who want them crash them every day.
Shame.
So every time somebody tells me I want a Charger or a Challenger, I automatically know that you're not a car person. You don't know. I know you're not a car person.
I don't even want that thing, man. I've seen people when they try to handle those things at higher speed, they just get away from you way too fast. I don't know what it is about it.
They don't know look, rear wheel drive is already dangerous.
Yes.
If you've never had a lot of horsepower on a rear wheel drive, you don't understand what you're getting into. That back end will come off of under you so fast.
Look, I drove a Crown Victoria as a cab. It was driving that, especially in bad weather, was even worse. Look, on a dry day, it was dangerous. On a wet day, it was like I was gambling.
A wet day is dangerous in an older Crown Vic.
Oh Lord,
God, bruh. I'll never forget when I had my convertible Mustang. I had a 91. I'll never forget, bruh. First time it started raining on me, bruh. I had to go back home.
You scared yourself?
I scared myself. and I'm a nutcase, and I scared me. Okay, I had to report that thing. I said, "Oh no, that wasn't made for that weather."
Look, so like I said, remember I told you I said I had all those hand me down cars. So after the Mustang, I had a Mercury Cougar LS. Well, this is way before the internet, before you could go Google search everything. Well, come to find out, the Mercury Cougars had a transmission problem. So, a lot of people said that you would lose your overdrive. Well, on a rainy day, I'm out here thinking I'm doing something because obviously this vehicle had more horsepower than my Mustang. So I'm out here at the light gunning it, and I literally the transmission broke in the rain, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I done messed my car up, but it still drove. It just drank a whole bunch of gas.
Oh, what were you doing? Sitting in high gear the whole time?
Dog, I was in drive, but I was in overdrive.
You were stuck in overdrive.
And I didn't have overdrive then. Once I broke it, I had no more overdrive.
You'll be in trouble either way. If you're stuck in low gear or stuck in overdrive, you're screwed.
Dang. But like I said, as I got more and more horsepower, the stupider I got. So I know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, man. These people with these cars, bro. That's why my homie was telling me, bro. You can go to any junkyard and get a damn Hellcat engine all day because all them wreck.
All those wrecks.
All of them wreck.
Cars just sitting up in the wreck yard just because.
This one only got 2,000 miles on it.
I bet. All I need is the blow. All I need is the blower out of that thing.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
Blower. Hit the supercharger.
Yeah. If you can get it out of there, it's yours.
I'm going to tell you, the transmission and the supercharger, the first thing to go off.
Oh, yep. And I can see why. I mean, like, man, granted, I understand why, but that's too much horsepower for. Bro, my wife has a lead foot. There's no way in the world I would rather her drive that Tesla. At least is a little bit safer. She's heavier than most cars on the road. I would rather her drive the Tesla before she gets a Charger.
Go on and get her a Hellcat or a Demon. Go on and do it.
No.
Go ahead and get her one.
No, understand something. We already dealing with speeding tickets as it is. No, and no.
You better quit talking about the executive producer. She's gonna jump on you.
Hey, she'll look at my podcast time anyway, so I'm good. I'm good.
All right, that'd be the one day she look.
Oh, yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Why you telling everybody about my tickets?
But I'm just saying, man. Hey, these cars are getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is at this point, man.
All right.
I'm gonna bite that bullet in a couple of years. I'm gonna get me a death trap in just a couple of years from now.
Hey, look, I got one more. This is more of a cellular industry ask of you than it is anything of like super importance, and just the trajectory of the industry itself. So, Verizon, let's see. Verizon eliminates 5,000 employee jobs, right? Now, we both know what we heard the spin about it. It's like, this wasn't really, high-ranking jobs. It's all high-ranking people who are agreeing to leave and stuff like that, right? But I'm looking at like a T-Mobile and an AT&T, and I think that Verizon, there's more layoffs coming from Verizon. And the reason why I say this is because the landscape of being competitive, when your competition doesn't have the same overhead. We all know that Verizon takes pride in their excellence, right? We talk to some people who are in the know. Everybody likes to make fun of the fact that T-Mobile don't have engineers, right? But T-Mobile don't have to pay those engineers either. And understand, if you're getting rid of 5,000 employees so you can save $2 billion in costs, what's going to start happening when your competitors are shaving more and more and more? Like even AT&T is just basically giving all their operations over to another company.
Mm-hmm.
T-Mobile is like, yo, we're going to do this at the most bare bones possible way. You know, nobody has tower climbers anymore. Everybody uses probably the same contractors,
they haven't had
right?
those in a very long time, sir.
But I'm just using that as an example of it you know, in the 2G, 3G side, you know, when they had to use helium to cool the radios. You had to go and have your employee that goes in there and that's your employee. You don't want nobody to know your trade secrets on how you did stuff. Everybody using the same equipment now. So my question is how much more of these layoffs are we going to start seeing from Verizon from the competitive side?
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's more coming. I mean, look, the gaming industry's already been dropping people. The tech industry's been dropping people. I think that the cellular, the broad, internet industry, anything, ISPs are going to start dropping. I don't think Verizon's going to be immune to it. What do you think?
Nah, I mean, but Verizon's already pretty light on their employees.
I think they're going to get light.
For their size, they're very light on employees already.
True. But I'm just saying, man, I feel like I think that as an industry as a whole, I think that we're going to see more of these because everybody is trying to figure out a way to downsize and cut margins.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the capitalist game.
That's true.
They'll do it and then they'll blame politics for why they did it.
But waiting for the next inflation. The next inflation pop
the
up.
conservatives will run to that and believe it because they're gullible.
Don't say that
if you had
about
a
them.
certain person in office, Verizon wouldn't have done it. That's a lie. They'd have still done it.
I think so. I think they would do it regardless.
How people are, bro. Yeah, people with their silly games, silly rabbit games.
Mm.
They always blame the wrong place.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with capitalism, but currently capitalism is a problem.
Look, it's the same problem that I'm running into with me being an Uber driver, right? Like, I had it to talk about, but it's not as big of a story that I thought I could merge these two together because it's all about technology taking over and making things a little bit easier for companies, right? So, like the self-driving cars, a lot of people don't realize, like the Waymos and the Cruise, there's an operator that operates those.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody driving the vehicle remotely from somewhere else.
Well, not necessarily driving it, but they're monitoring it.
No, they actually drive.
How they drive all of them at once?
Not all of them. No. What I'm saying is a lot of them are. If they are, I would say that they might intervene whenever it runs into a problem. Like somebody said that the vehicle
they're not actually driving; they're monitoring multiple vehicles, and they're only intervening when necessary. That's not the same as doing all the driving. That means instead of if they were a regular person, they'd be in one car, but in that system, they could be in 15.
Right.
So,
which, like I said, the whole idea is like, I've talked to you about the future of cable internet and how the ISPs are making their modifications so they don't have to have these head-ins anymore.
Yeah, that's true, right? But I don't know if I told you, those people are just going to shift to other positions.
That's true.
So you want to be filled in on that, even though they won't be doing those people who are currently running the head-in, they have already found a new thing for them to do.
Right.
As these companies begin to shift from having all these hubs down to most of the hubs being pass-throughs, and they begin to decrease the rack gear because most of that gear in the head-in is also going to go away. Yeah. And you'll have what 5 racks used to do. It'll be in 1 rack now. Well, guess what these companies are going to start selling? Rack space and cloud services.
That's true.
So those head-end people will now, and hub people will now turn into cloud technicians operating racks, and they will still have jobs. They will not go away. They will
Racks on racks on racks.
shift. They will simply shift into doing local cloud services for corporations, companies. And if you were to take into account that every major city has like 6 to 12 hubs, that's a lot of rack space to manage.
Yeah, that is true.
So I will have to tell you that those people are going nowhere. They are just going to transition.
Yeah.
And that is my updated information that I have for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
There you
No,
go.
I'm
You're
just
welcome.
saying, like, I'm just saying that as it gets easier, you're gonna start seeing more. I think we're just gonna end up seeing an explosion of contractors.
Well,
I
yes
think this is
and
going
no,
to.
right? So here's the deal, right? I want to say about 6 years ago, there was already they already dissolved like 80% of the contractors. So
They
even so,
dissolved them.
yes,
Huh.
most okay. 6 to 7 years ago, the majority of the workers were contractors already. All the companies went the opposite direction. Most people
Right.
who used to be contractors now work for a major telecom. So if anything, it's just going back the way it already was. So there's not going to be less jobs, or the same people are just going to go back where they already were 6 years ago.
Mm.
Yes. How do I know this? I was a contractor 6 years ago. And everybody I know is no longer a contractor. So
Hey,
even when they begin to dissolve, we'll just go back to contracting. So it's not like they're losing. There's no workforce being lost. They're just moving around.
True. But
I've played this
but
game. I've been in the business 15 years. I've played the game. I've seen it happen. I've seen the company go, okay, we need more control. Let's push more in-house. And then slowly, okay, maybe some of the stuff didn't have to be in-house. Put it back out-house.
but
And they go,
no,
oh
do you
God,
remember?
we got a major upgrade coming. We need in-house again. They basically shift based on their immediate needs. So there's
Right.
nothing permanent. So the industry is not going to a contractor method. They're going back and forth as they always have.
Do you remember when we had that conversation with E on in the Google Meet, talking about like starting up a fiber
Yes,
repair business, right?
because there's always money for you, because you wouldn't operate for one company. You would operate for as many
For
as
multiple, right?
exactly. A
So
lot
I
of those
mean,
people got rid of a few years ago because they became less valuable, and a lot of them ended up in-house in these companies. So even that game is not a permanent game, is what I'm trying to tell you.
That's
Even
true.
that has an expiration date. They only need you when they have major things happening. Once that stuff dries up, they don't need you anymore as contractors. So basically,
True.
it's this, right? Say I have a list of projects I need to tackle, right? And this
Right.
list has 1,000,000 line items. Okay, I look at my internal resources, and I go, with my internal resources, it's going to take me 4 years to knock out that 1,000,000 line items, right? All
Right.
right, let's bring in some external contractors, and in 4 years, and instead of 4 years, we can do it in a year and a half, right? So
Right.
basically what happens is this: these companies will let the wild west run rampant in the contractor market while there's a major project in order. Once the major project dries up, that market dies, and they pull everything back in again. That's what happens.
So like what you're seeing with the fiber build and
All
all
this
this money
fiber bill
being
stuff is the crazy contractor Wild West. It's like hire every contractor we can find who's willing to work. Everybody start throwing stuff in the ground right now,
right.
fast as possible. Bury, pull, bury, drill, pull. As soon as the project's done, bye-bye to all you contractors.
Same thing
That's
with
what
5G.
happens.
You had these 5G crazy bills by all the
Yeah.
cell companies, and then all of a sudden, like you hearing like American Tower companies laying people off, or
There you go.
downsizing, or they're not hitting their markers anymore.
Yep. That's exactly
So
what they do. It's based on their needs, and their needs change. So whatever upgrade, stage they're in right now, this is what the current need is. Once that need is fulfilled, bye contractors. All of a sudden, it's
true.
all back in-house again. Basically,
But
contractors give these companies flexibility on their workforce. They can have a 50,000, person workforce in-house, and when they need an extra 20,000, they can contract it out. As soon as the project's done, the contractor well dries up.
right.
And that's
But
how
I'm
they
just saying,
operate.
I was just saying along the lines of like the downsizing of even the prestige company. I see some downsizing coming. Look, but that's just to keep up with the margins that they already have and match whatever their competitors are doing. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of how I look. How I view it. I'm not saying that Verizon is going to like eliminate all those jobs. I'm just saying that where a lot of the employees take pride in saying, "Hey, you know what? We're real engineers over here," and T-Mobile is has
Yeah,
faux pas.
those people are mostly people who've never been faced with adversity that say things like that, because
Yeah,
you could very quickly not be needed again,
see, that's true.
and your
That's true.
loyalty is now wasted.
That is very true. Hey, look, I've been on the receiving end of that before. Show loyalty where I shouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I should have ran when everybody else ran. I didn't know any better.
yeah,
But I was just saying, like, yo, when your competitor, yeah, they might not be at the same par, of level as you. But if year over year they operating at a less operating factor than you, people are gonna start saying, "Hey, look, why are you not doing the same? Why do you need all these people? Why do you need that?" And then they're gonna start looking. You're gonna start looking for segments to cut. That's what companies do.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
capitalism 101. You scale your workforce so you can make the maximum amount of profit. The sad part is we give these companies like permanent tax cuts for temporary employment.
yeah, that's true.
That's the reason why I don't agree with large corporations getting tax cuts. And then you have like far right people go, well, if they didn't tax these companies so much, they would do more. Like, no,
No,
that's
that's
a
a
lie.
lie.
That's a
That's a
lie.
lie.
These companies will always do. Only thing they care about is maximizing their profits. They don't care about the job market. They don't care about the employment market. In fact, they
They have.
benefit when the job market is bad, because then they can more take advantage of the job market.
Oh yeah,
So
look,
to
doing the what
claim
was it?
that
Doing
helping
the
them make more money makes the job market better is hilarious.
nah. So they can. Look. I'm literally in the middle of that right now as an Uber driver. They're
Yeah.
going to they know that there's not a lot of drivers, which I like to say that all of a sudden it got busy again, and I saw Uber get desperate. And
Yeah.
last week Uber got desperate, and I was like, "Woo!" Because all those drivers stopped driving.
Yeah,
Like
very few
all the
companies actually operate in a way that is good for the employees.
yeah. But that's crazy though, because I'm just saying from a point of view, like, yo, maybe Verizon is probably going to downsize. I'm not saying a drastic downsize. I'm not. That's not something what I'm saying. I think that when your competitor, like you have one competitor in AT&T that's basically saying, Ericsson, take care of our light work, son, and then we just go to over here. We gonna just start billing everybody. Have a nice day. And then T-Mobile's like, engineers, we don't believe in those things.
So
Like,
check
we don't
this
have to worry about
out.
those things.
If we look at, like, so according to my studies, it says,
Uh,
I asked the question, do companies really provide more jobs with tax cuts? And the answer is yes, for the
uh,
first 2 years.
ooh. And your tax cuts only last for 2 years.
You give them permanent tax cuts with legislation, and they only provide jobs for 2 years for you doing so.
That's true.
That is the average. The average company only increases and provides jobs for the first 2 years of their taxes being cut. And then they do exactly what you talk about. They start cutting stuff while still enjoying the tax cuts.
Yeah.
Starting cutting employees while still enjoying the tax cuts. And
Oh,
then
we
whenever they lay
enjoying
out
this.
people off, and when you go, man, why are all these jobs going? Oh, these taxes are too high. You already got a cut, and you were laying off people while you had to cut. And then
They don't tie the tax cuts in with the jobs.
Overly conservative people just believe that these companies are just so like godly, and if we just could make our profits that we want to make, we'll just hire more and pay better. It's lies.
Hey,
it's all lies.
Why do you think the chip making wasn't never done in America?
It's because
it was cheaper.
There's
it was
no
cheaper
amount
for
of
them to
tax
make
cuts that can get past Chinese labor.
it.
The truth is, they want deregulation. Deregulation means that they can mistreat you more. Tax cuts means they can make more profit. So hey, let us mistreat our employees and let us make more profit, and we'll hire some people. They hire you full time. You only make enough money that you qualify for food stamps, and they get to claim that they hire people, but you still own food stamps while working for them.
I had an economist in the car early this morning. I was taking him to the airport. He was a undergrad from Duke. I had to let him slide on that one. He revealed that he was he used to be an undergrad from Duke when he got to the airport, which I find that kind of convenient. But nevertheless, we were rapping, and I was telling him, I'm saying, I think that we should do some, crazy thing. Just go ahead and get rid of minimum wage. I said, just get rid of minimum wage and truly let's see how companies really feel about us.
They'll abuse people. That's what they'll do.
No, but I think that, because what happened during the pandemic, like all those waiter jobs did not get filled right away. They were like, oh, we're open now. And they're like, nah, you cut me off because of your bottom line. Have a nice day.
And look, people be mad at Amazon, right? People talk about Amazon, right?
Yeah.
The average employee, now remember, this is every single department put together, right? Every single department. That means if we're averaging the cashier guy, the door greeter, the guy in the electronic sections, we're also averaging the call center employees, we're averaging the executives, everybody together. Walmart's average employee across the entire United States.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
Okay, let's be fair about it. Let's be fair. I want to be fair. I want to be fair.
It's gonna be bad. It's about to be bad.
Okay. So the average person is.
This is terrible. I don't even have to know the number. It's
all I gotta do this hurts. This hurts. The average employee is making $15.88. That's across the board from all departments. Everybody talks about Amazon, right? Their average across the board is $35.87.
I believe it. I believe that.
That's because we're averaging every department, every level.
Yes.
Big difference, huh?
Very big difference.
It's a $15+ difference in average pay.
Yeah.
And y'all worried about brick and mortar stores going out of business. They should be if they can't pay their people.
Hey.
Why are these numbers like they are? It's because there's people that still work at Walmart in 2024 that only make $20,000.
No, it's the same problem. It's the same problem with using technology and having those self-checkouts, right? You don't want to have cashiers no more, so you want somebody to scan their own stuff. So if I got to scan my own stuff, so be it. But guess what? Then all of a sudden they had a rise of people stealing. What, you thought they were going to be on the honor system? Ha, funny.
Look at North Carolina. The average Walmart pay is $11.60 an hour.
Oh God!
I already know Amazon paying these drivers $20 an hour.
I believe it.
Just saying, if you're at Walmart scanning groceries, you can make $20 an hour at Amazon. Just saying.
Oh, I believe it.
At least in that scenario, capitalism is actually making the people at the bottom more money.
That's true. I mean, Amazon is doing that kind of like right to work, but they don't do a lot of mass layoffs either.
Because they're only growing.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of mass layoffs. You always keep hearing like, company X, Y, or Z just laid off like 1,500, 2,000 workers. You're like, dang. Look, same thing that happened with like what was it? Bungie. Bungie is the gaming studio company. They expanded so fast during COVID because everybody was stuck at home anyway. And then now, because Sony bought them, they just start to cut people. All these studios are cutting people too.
Yeah.
So
I don't. When you are paying people crap wages, their health insurance sucks, and and your complaint is that wages are too high. I'm sorry, but here's what it comes down to. And if this hurts somebody's feelings, it is what it is. If you
oh
know a struggling business owner that complains about the pricing on the market or what employees cost, I am sorry, but that business owner is running a bad business.
yeah,
If you can't make profits and pay people well, your business is a bad business.
I agree.
Your business does not become a good business because you can take advantage of other people. If you have to take advantage of people in order to make a profit, your business is not a good business. And it's okay. Some businesses are just not good businesses.
And
You
some
need
people just
to
don't have business sense.
you need to reorganize your business plan because you clearly have a bad business plan. Any environment where you have to take advantage of people to make profits, you are running a bad business. That means you have chose to offer a service or a product or a combination of both that does not make profit without taking advantage of other people.
Mm,
The bad business. I.e., if you have to run a car dealership where you sell lemon cars, it's not the market's fault. You are a bad business owner. If you don't know how to purchase vehicles that are reliable or basic or have basic repair needs, right? That
yeah.
you can calculate ahead of time and then make a profit margin that offsets your costs and makes you a profit, then you are a bad business owner. Sometimes it's not the market. Sometimes it's you.
Mm,
If
I
you
agree.
keep buying stuff that you can't sell for profit, you're the problem, not the market.
I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
And
And
that
look,
is the
I
problem.
tell
You got people that been running bad businesses for 35 years, and now Amazon is eating your groceries, and the emperor has no clothes,
hey
and
look,
now it's
they're
the
selling.
market's fault.
Hey, no radio. They're selling your groceries. They get it right. They're not eating it. They're selling your groceries
The
now.
market is not the problem. You are. Reorganize your business. Figure out how to make a profit without taking advantage of people, and you will thrive. Very simple.
That's true.
Very simple.
I would like to know how T-Mobile's doing it. That's what I would love to know. I mean,
Here you go.
hey, I would love to know how they're doing it because apparently they've been faking it till they making it, and they're turning a profit doing so.
Well, that goes back to the same thing, right? If I might have a better product to sell you,
Yeah,
but if I don't successfully sell it, that's my fault.
that's true.
Verizon could have the best network in the world, but if the marketing department can't sell it, so be it.
Mm.
Too bad, so sad.
But see,
Look
you know
at
what?
what you could have had. More customers, more customers.
But hey, but look at what's going on with the industry right now. Everybody's either dropping off of like the major three companies, and they're going to the MVNOs
I'm about to say the
or
same
the
thing.
subwas. But the thing
And I'm
is,
not
I'm
even a
like,
price conscious customer. I'm just feeling like, being petty.
there you go. Hey, look, I saw Sneed's video. He was like, "Yo, Verizon, I am done with you."
Yeah, I'm about to be done with them too.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like Verizon is pissing off. Like, how do you keep pissing off your customers like this? And they're talking about they're raising the rates again.
Hey, it's what it is. People like me will be, looking at greener shores. I'm going to be moving all of my lines off Verizon very soon.
Uh,
And I'm
hey,
going to put my lines where they fit best. So my line
do you
will
think
I'm
do
going to
you
US
think they're
Mobile.
gonna Do you think they're going to offer another sweetheart deal to you?
No,
Ooh,
I've already
you
talked
don't.
to him. I already talked to him.
Oh,
I already did that.
oh,
I don't speculate. I investigate.
oh.
I've already spoken with them.
That's not good. That
So
is not good
3
at
of my
all.
lines will be going to one place, and one of my lines is going to be a network whore.
Oh,
I'm
that's gonna
just
be fun.
so at the moment. See, at the moment, they kind of got me over a barrel a little bit, just a little bit,
Just a smidge.
yeah, just a smidge. In the fact that I got phone deals that are paid out monthly, so I have to pay
Yeah.
out the remaining balances to leave. And which means
Ooh.
that I will lose out on the phone deals I got where they're paying a credit every month, basically. Which they knew
Hey,
what they
you
were
can't.
doing when they did that. They knew what they were doing when they did that. You don't
You
get those
can't.
credits if you
Like you
leave early.
can't. You can't. You can't. Pay the phones off sooner.
No, you can pay them off, but you lose the deal. You're not listening. If I
Oh,
got a deal where I get half off on the phone, meaning they're giving me 36-month billing credits,
yeah.
I lose the remaining month when I pay it off early.
Mm,
See what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And
That's crazy.
that actually only applies to one of my lines. The other ones, they don't have such deals, so they can go regardless. The other 3 can just go anytime they feel like it. My line is the only one with a deal like that.
So you are you going to end up just switching the other 3 lines first, and then
Well,
you're going to wait?
well, here's the deal, right? If I switch off the other 3 lines, I'm still going to be saving, no BS, like $95.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So even if I stay and I get those lines off, I'm still going to save like $95 a month.
Mm.
That's a lot.
But I just don't
I
understand
only got
this
to pay
mass
off one device
exodus.
basically, and I'll say I can pay off one device, move 3 lines away to another line, and I will save $95 a month. I want you to think about that.
Yeah.
Why would
I'm
I
still
say?
trying to understand this mass exodus of everybody going towards MVNOs now. But you're if anything, you're more limited on MVNOs than you are on the major carrier.
But see, on a network like Verizon, that's exaggerated because technically all Verizon customers are limited.
Are limited.
Be real.
Yeah.
The Verizon themselves is not give you that much. They don't
Yeah,
give you
that's
that much
true.
playroom compared to the MVNOs. That's why it's so easy to go from Verizon.
That
Not
don't make it in.
It's not as easy to go from T-Mobile to like a Mint as it is
Yeah, oh
from
God.
Verizon to a US Mobile. It's not. It's not remotely.
Bruh, it's like drinking from it's like drinking from a river going to a trough.
All I'm saying is this: if Verizon, if you want a plan on Verizon where you get 20 gigs priority, well, guess what? The MVNOs will give you the same deal for less money with more priority. It's not. It's not adding up.
Yeah.
MVNOs have better deals than Verizon does. The Verizon welcome lines are worse than every MVNO deal that's out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
How did you not? Go look at the welcome.
Because
Look at Welcome Unlimited. Look at Welcome Unlimited. Go look at it.
hold on.
Take a gander. Peek behind the curtain, and you will see that even Spectrum Mobile's plan is better than Welcome Unlimited for less money.
Hold on.
Peek behind the
The
curtain,
curtain.
and you will find very quickly that Verizon's plans suck.
Godly. Oh, let
And
me
if
pull
you
it.
have Welcome Unlimited on say you have 4 lines on Verizon, right? Let you in on something. If you have 4 lines on Verizon, and say 2 of your lines are Unlimited Plus, right? And 2 of your lines are Welcome Unlimited. Do you know how much your bill goes down if you turn off one of the Welcome Unlimited lines?
How much did it go down?
$5.
Oh
Because they
no
raise
no.
the other lines so much that you only go down $5 by removing one.
Oh,
How
they
do
don't
I
even
know? I've talked to Verizon already.
want me to see anything yet.
Talk
Hold on,
about
me.
almost free lines. Once you get to 4 lines, Welcome Unlimited are $5 lines basically compared to not having them. And even Verizon doesn't explain that to you. If you already have 4, if you say you already have 3 lines, right, on Verizon, and your grandmother wants a phone. If you add her with a Welcome Unlimited line, it only raises your bill $5.
Wow.
If you add the auto pay on with the also multi-line discounts, that line's $5. So in an environment where you want that line, $5 is a great deal. But in an environment when you decide, okay, I got too many lines, and you start removing them, you ain't saving nothing.
They penalize you for leaving.
Exactly.
They're like, how dare you
So
leave
when
us?
you leave, you got to leave all the lines. Leaving one doesn't do anything for you. So if you're like me and you got an extra line that doesn't really get used at all, and you want to go turn it off, you $5 is what you're gonna save.
Let's see, the ultimate iPhone plan with Apple One. If you love movie series, if you love streaming hits, let's see.
But just look at it.
Shopping.
Look at Welcome Unlimited. Welcome Unlimited line by itself. Look at it by itself.
Unlimited. I got unlimited welcome.
Yep. Look at it
For
by itself.
$75 a month.
75. What do you get for your $75 a month on
5G?
No.
You don't even get ultra wideband.
See?
You get the 5G.
See that?
No.
What about the fine print part of it?
Oh God.
Let's go to the fine print, and I will show you that all the MVNO plans are better.
Well, unlimited welcome, 5G reliable performance. You get home internet as low as $35 a month.
No, remember, all we care about is cell phone service. We don't care about no perks.
480p SD. God, wait. 480p. 480p.
You paying how much again for this line?
75.
Okay. How much
unlimited talk, text, and data.
How much power data you get?
Hold on. 5G and 4G LTE. So the verbiage is you're not getting the ultra wideband. Little slick mother fudgers. It doesn't say.
I wonder why it doesn't say.
It doesn't say. You're stuck at 480p SD.
Look, I'm not even crying about the 480p. I want to know about the priority data. So that's the only thing we have to compare to the other plans is how much priority do you get? Well, Steve said just like last year, this is a terrible plan. It's absolutely horrible.
Why would anybody pick this?
My point exactly.
You would have to be like
$75, and I'll go ahead and let you know. You get slowed down immediately at like 30 gigs or something like that.
I believe it.
All right. If you go to US Mobile and you pay for 3 months. Oh, by the way, you don't get a hotspot either on Welcome Unlimited. No hotspot.
No, you don't. No hotspot.
US Mobile, $15 a month gets you 35 gigs of premium data, millimeter wave and C-band, and 10 gigs of hotspot for $15 a month. Why in the world would you pay $75 for Welcome?
Wow.
Now, if we were to look at $75 worth of service on US Mobile, same network, by the way.
Premium.
That's what I'm talking about. This is why people are running out like the house is on fire. You'd be retarded to give Verizon your money.
Golly.
This is the problem. This is why Verizon's plans are absolute trash. If you look, you said 75, right? Check this out. On US Mobile, for $44 a month, you get 100 gigs of premium data, 50 gigs of hotspot, 10 gigs international, and teleportation for $44 a month.
Right.
Just saying.
Wow.
That is just as good as my Unlimited Plus plan with more hotspot than my Unlimited Plus.
I don't.
That's better than Verizon Unlimited Plus for less than half the money. This is why I will be going to US Mobile with my line. Verizon has lost their minds.
Lost, bro. They chopped their mind. They chopped their minds and put it in the blender.
And here's the deal, right? I get it. Maybe the U.S. mobile plan, but that's not even true either, because we already know Verizon lowered the QCI for everybody too.
Really?
Everybody's like QCI 8 and 9 now, no matter what you got.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
So
you're not even getting anything special by being on it at all.
Exactly. There's nothing special about being on Verizon.
Look, so basically, the only thing I get special now is on T-Mobile, and that's my Magenta Plus. Yep. I mean, I can't speak. My Magenta Max, and I don't get throttled at all.
There you go.
And as data.
U.S. Mobile is QCI 8. It's the same as Verizon postpaid. Same QCI.
Dang.
And it says you will maintain QCI 8 whether connected to 5G or 4G LTE.
Shame.
The only way you drop out of that QCI is if you go past 100 gigs.
And then you get dropped even further.
Yeah, but if I'm not speed testing, I'm not going past 100 gigs. It's the point I'm trying to make.
That's true.
So, U.S. Mobile is looking like the place to be.
Golly, man.
U.S. Mobile has better plans than Verizon does. Period. Point blank.
How is that just seems so weird now? Why is the company letting other vendors
I think they
have
don't
better
care.
deals on your network?
Because they know some people are dumb enough to overpay. So why not have both worlds? Because when you see that the MVNO can do it that cheap, that means Verizon can do it even cheaper. And they just choose not to.
Hey, look, I've been requested by a viewer to test out Total. No, is it Total? I'll probably end up either doing Total or Visible.
I want you to test out US Mobile.
I'm probably gonna have to.
I gotta do it? If I gotta do it, I'll do it. You do Total, I'll do US Mobile. We do it same time. But I'm gonna have teleports and all kinds of special features that you ain't gonna have. I'm gonna be jumping networks. I'll be going back and forth between all the networks. You're gonna be stuck on whatever you own.
I would like to know how fast does it switch. That's what I would love to know.
I know that's why
I would love to know how fast does it switch.
BS. I almost already got a line earlier today just to play with it. And then I spent a bunch of money on other stuff. I spent over $200 just today on regular stuff. Just regular BS, not even bills. Just like.
But think about it. You know how when you're on calls and you hit that dead zone for whatever cell phone company you're on.
I want to get a teleport right there.
You just want to be like, bam! I want to switch now. And is it going to have you? Are you going to have to switch it?
Bro, maybe I got to find some YouTube videos to see if anybody else is doing it.
Probably. Oh, I might have to do it myself too. Yeah. I might have to do it myself. Oh Lord!
Teleport sound. Look, that's what Google Fi should have been.
Should have been
and never was. I'm like, bro, how did Google drop this ball and US Mobile got it done? Or maybe it's overrated, but everybody knows to do it. Everybody knows to actually do it. It says US Mobile allows you to transfer your line between all three of our networks: Dark Star, Warp, and Lightspeed. So that's going to clearly be AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, so that you can get the best coverage wherever you are. With free teleport included, these network transfers are always free. Without teleport, your first 2 transfers are free, then $2 per transfer. Man, do I need to go get my phone out of the car and sign it up right now?
Oh Lord, man! Oh,
it's the eSIM activation, $44.
Yo,
they got Jason Bourne in the username by default. Good Easter egg. You see that? Jason Bourne is the default username on their website.
Yep. Yo, I'm trying to see.
Do we have to go
at 40? What is it? At 45? Was it 45 for 3 months?
That's if you do 3 months, or you can do monthly. It's 2 different price breaks. It's cheaper if you buy multiple months.
Okay, so I gotta figure out how to switch. I want to see what it is
monthly. It doesn't show you. You have to actually go to the top and click plans, and then you can switch it.
Okay.
See, it says
and
monthly.
then monthly.
You got annual and you got monthly. If you guys switch it back and forth. So if you do 3 months at a time, it's $32.50. If you do monthly, it's $44. But you got to actually click monthly to see.
Okay, so here's the thing. So whenever I've done the MVNOs, this is the price point that I always aim for right here. It's within the 40. Anything that's $45 or under.
Well, then go monthly then.
The reason why I do the 45 under is because if you go higher than that, you might as well just go ahead and go to the carrier.
We already proved that's wrong, actually, because one line at Verizon $75 for what you call it. So what are you talking about?
Whoa,
one
I'm
line
talking
at
about
T-Mobile
like
is how much, Keon? It ain't fucking $45, sir.
no. But they
Like
do like T-Mobile offers what their essentials.
Yeah, but essentials is not a real plan, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I know it's not a real plan.
Is if you just click on that monthly up there that you keep ignoring, at the top of the page, the monthly, you can see the other. There you go. Now you can see it's still under 45, sir.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna try this out for.
You gotta buy 12 months to do it, sir. I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna try this one. Free teleports, man.
Yo, man,
I want to know how fast this
That's what I want to know,
is.
big bro. How fast? And it says, I guess it says unlimited teleports too.
Yes.
It doesn't say the word unlimited though. That's the part I don't like. It don't say it. It just says free.
Free.
I'm like, okay. It says transfers are always free without free. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. How did Google not do this already? What the fuck?
Look. I think that Google was just trying to get the service out there, but making this a feature that you have to pay for makes it better. Think about it. Look, $2 per transport.
These plans are already cheaper than Google Fi was, and they didn't have.
Yeah.
They're already cheaper with unlimited transports than Google was with no transports.
But here's the thing: imagine like somebody who doesn't switch around that much, or they just live in an area. They're not gonna. They're gonna choose the 25.
I'm like, man, this shit buffering switch. Buffering switch.
You're gonna be like Palau switch.
I'm gonna be like Will Smith on the crappy song he put out a few years ago. Switch.
Oh man, I'm talking about the house party. Remember House Party?
Yes, I do.
He was like, "Wow, switch again, man, switch again."
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I really do. If you beat me to the punch, you got to let me know how fast does it switch.
Oh man, I shouldn't do it because I'm about to do some other investing right now. But right now, I'm in album mode right now.
So that's true.
On production, and I'm also spending money on some other things, and I got new software, as you already know.
Yes,
and I'm also looking at some new plugins. See, this is my other addiction. My outside of the cellular world, my other addiction.
Yeah,
it's costing me money.
Hey, these are my confessions.
And now I'm looking at making a freaking big ass touchscreen console. This is getting crazy.
Oh Lord,
bro! All you gotta do is look up. Okay, you can buy them already made. It's a company called a Raven Desk,
right?
Or I can make one myself. I'm thinking about making myself a Raven Desk.
It's a big touchscreen for what? For home?
It's a studio. It's a recording studio mixer desk, but it's all touchscreen.
Oh, so all the sliders
are all big touchscreens. So we're talking about putting together like 3 32-inch touchscreens in a customized hand-built desk that I might have to build. Just because now I have seen it, I can't unsee it type of stuff. And it's like, okay, I can buy one, but if I buy a Raven slate desk, it's like $4,000.
But if you build it, how much is it?
Build it for like $1,200.
I think you need to build it.
I can't unsee it now because I didn't see it, and now I'm stuck. I'm stuck on stupid about it, and like every day I wake up thinking about it.
Look, think of this as an investment. You're gonna have all your friends come back over from back in the day, recording in your studio.
But it's just like I realize that I'm too busy to really do it for real. At the same time. So it's just like, man, should I just go full retard or not?
No, don't. No. You never go full
But me
retard.
betting that is me going full retard, sir. I just like, it's a thing that's bothering me, sir.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's bothering me, and it's like I'm just like every day I'm like, I want it so bad.
God. Well, hey,
the workflow.
I think that you're gonna have this is gonna be something you're gonna be grappling with for a while, sir.
I mean, if I do it on payments, it's only gonna cost me $84 a month for 48 months.
Well, it sounds like you already know. It sounds like you've already made a decision.
I can't stand. See, I like toys too much. This is the damn problem. My wife's gonna divorce me because I'm gonna keep buying stuff.
Look, do what every woman does to their husband. Have it shipped to the man cave. She'll never know.
She'll know. She's gonna know. She's gonna know. Like the YouTube memes.
Oh,
She's gonna know. She's gonna know.
She'll never know. She'll never know.
Hey, look, even now I know. Like I know my wife. She'll be doing her best and act like she don't see stuff. She already does it. Have to give her credit for that. Because I be having all kind of shit. I be popping up with, I just pop up with random Galaxy Book 4 edges. I pop up with random folds. And like she has yet to question me about a single thing I've ever come home with.
Yeah.
It's clearly expensive. My wife has never asked me a single question.
See?
She has never gone, why you got all them phones? How much money did you spend? Never.
Hey, see, you're a lucky man. Unlike myself,
Well,
I can't get a new loan now because my credit limit is done.
But see, but here's the thing though, I spend more money on my family than I do myself. So I get away with it sometimes, Oh, you want to take a vacation? I'll just spend $6,000, whatever. That's how I get away with it.
see here.
Greece next year. Greece next year. 9G.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna pay for Greece, I can probably get my desk out of one.
Hey, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you put it on monthly payments.
$84 a month ain't that bad.
Hey, there you go. You're financing your future, sir.
Not really.
Hey, look, I'm not helping Emma.
I'm gonna just like have like the best state of the art equipment and not be recording anybody but myself.
Oh. Hey, look! Don't let your boys find out you got state of the art equipment in your studio.
They know I don't need it. They know how I am. They know I don't need it.
And
I already got better stuff than 99% of the people, including people who already have that desk.
Wow. Yo, I'm just telling you, dog. You're gonna end up having people asking for studio time soon.
They already are, sir. I forgot that I got people coming all the way from Alabama to record. What is you even talking about?
You might as well go ahead and get it now.
You know what? I
go ahead and get it.
That they probably mainly come because they know I'm not going to charge them.
See.
It ain't just my talent or my equipment. It's the fact that I'm just going to have fun doing it, and I'm going to forget to rack up a bill on their ass.
Hey, look, if anything, this could be another side business for you.
Oh, it used to be. That's what I'm saying. It used to be for me. It's not anymore. That's what it used to be.
Well, I'm talking about now.
No, I don't have time for it to be a side business now. That's the part you keep missing, sir. I work an average of over 100 hours every 2 weeks, sir.
Look,
I don't have side business time. Okay.
Look, you treat your studio
who play sports.
Treat your studio like an Airbnb.
My wife already knows that I literally give up like a good 400 or 500 every weekend because I have a family. She already knows this.
I know.
Before I met my wife, I used to make an average of $200 to $500 extra dollars on side stuff on weekends.
I feel you, man.
And I could do that every weekend if I really wanted to. I could go out on a Saturday and be home by 1 o'clock and have made $500 every
Look,
week.
what I'm saying is there's Airbnbs where they have studio equipment in
Ain't
them.
nobody coming to my house, sir. No, no, not doing it. It's not that serious. No, I ain't that desperate. So with that being said, like I said, I can go out and make that bread quickly in several hours. I go out and do one electrician job on a Saturday. I'll make $400 or $500 in like 3 hours.
I feel you,
but I don't have time.
man. No, I know you don't. Look, I'm very
If I
fortunate
had
to get
time,
you.
I would go get it because I love money.
Hey, look, I'm fortunate to get you up here on the podcast from time to time, man. Shoot.
Because Sunday's a pretty light day, and I have it set aside. But as far as like Fridays and Saturdays go, my schedule is like this: I'm gonna work an average of 12 hours a day on my regular employment, depending on how things go. Sometimes, I'll take it back. Let's say I'm working an average of 10 hours a day on my regular employment. That's 5 days a week. Okay.
Right.
Every single Friday is taken up for football season because I have a child that cheerleads. So I'm at every football game on Friday night. Saturday is recording sessions because I'm in album mode right now.
Right.
And I'm also in a college course at the same time.
Man, you're a busy man, bro.
But I just finished my college course. I'm taking my exam this week for that. So just finished my college course. And no, I'm not taking a break. I'm starting another college course immediately. Because I want that bread.
Get that paper. Get that paper.
20% raise, sir. I have to go get it. So
I feel you.
So I don't have free time. But I recognize that one day I'm gonna get old. And my kid's gonna be grown. And that's when I'm gonna be acting a daggum fool in these streets. I done told the wife, as soon as them kids is all 18, that means for me, my youngest girl has 10 more years. That means at 44, all my children will be adults. I'm gonna be side hustling it up out here in these streets. No more kids.
Hey. I'm just saying, man. Hey, didn't your wife say she was gonna get you some fake groupies on your album release?
She sure did.
Don't get you those fake groupies.
I said, baby, I don't need fake ones. I can get real ones. She said, no, you ain't.
No, see. She said fake for a reason. There was a reason behind calling them fake.
The problem is the fake one's gonna become real ones, and she really gonna be in trouble. But it is what it is. That's neither here nor there. But no, I don't have free time, bro. But I swear, if you're a young man and you ain't got no kids, bro, and you ain't making extra bread outside of your regular job, you doing life wrong, brother. That's my advice to anybody who's young or even older, don't have children. You can't make extra $200 or $300 on the weekend with a side hustle. You living life wrong.
Nah, I hear you.
Real talk.
Man.
You can go out on a Saturday morning if you work a regular, Sunday through Thursday or Monday through Friday job, and you off Saturday, you can find you a side hustle to make yourself $700 just in the morning and still party all night because you ain't got no kids. You ain't doing it, you a fool. Because I certainly would be. It's 52 weeks in a year. And if you can make an extra $500 every weekend, you tell me how much money you leaving on the table, young people.
Hey, you leaving a lot of money on the table.
You leaving a crap ton of money on the table.
A whole lot of.
Say you only do it 48 weeks a year. That's an
that means
extra.
You're not even doing it.
24,000 a year that you leave it on the table if you don't have a side hustle that makes money. Whether it be how to fix cars or electrician work or plumbing work or hell, you just know how to do carpentry work. You can easily go out and make some bread on the side. So you're not worried about Bidenomics and you ain't doing shit on your weekend, you the problem. Because 24,000 under the table money, that overcomes Bidenomics every time.
Preach.
All I gotta say to that.
Man, hey, on that note, it's time to go eat, man. I'm hungry. Hey, look, No Radio, thank you for stopping by, man. AKA Aries. Album getting ready to come out soon.
Don't be saying that no more, okay? That's radio.
No, what do you mean?
No radio.
What? I can't call you by the stage name?
No, sir.
Why not?
Last day.
Until you change
No
it.
radio in this planet. Aries is still there. He's just in another galaxy. When you hear me,
Hey man,
you start hearing no radio.
you come strutting in here with that Aries name, man.
That's an easy thing to fix, sir. In 5G world, I have no radio. Aries does not necessarily reflect or agree with my opinions and views. He only agrees with your grandma's sock drawer views.
Oh, and all them groupies you about to get. That's hey.
Oh no,
I told you, man.
No groupies. I'm a married man, faithful.
Hey, look, I told you,
like
dog.
and don't touch.
Hey, look, I do personal driving and security, sir. I'm just saying, let you know. I'm a man of multi-talented. I'm multi-talented here.
I already got my own security firm, sir.
Hey, look, tell them to hire me.
You're gonna have to move back to North Carolina.
I think the wife want to do that anyway.
I know don't she? No, bro. Hey, you come back to North Carolina, I already got your security job, and I ain't even playing with you.
Yo, she wants to move. She was like, "Don't your family got land? We should move back there." I'm like,
if you come back, I already got the company for you. Already got it lined up. I get you an interview.
Hey, look, at the rate it's going, hey, the internet is gonna be great back in North Carolina, so I should move.
Here you go, right here.
The internet is gonna be wonderful when I go back home.
Here's the security company.
Uh-oh. Dang, man. Did you send me the link? Yes, you did.
No, I'm sharing my screen.
No, it's not showing.
Oh, you must have it blocked then, sir.
No, I didn't block it. I didn't block it.
You did something.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, it's making me pick an app. That's weird. And even then, it don't want to switch. You got something in your settings, sir. You don't even realize it.
Oh, I gotta go in and dig through the settings.
But either way, I already got your security gig when you get back. They already have jobs lined up all the way till December.
Dang.
Yeah, because they secure a bunch of parties and events and things like that. It's owned by one of my cousins. If you're in the Carolinas and you need security, you need to holler at Silverback Security. Silverback Security for your party or your event. They got you.
Well, hey, free plug. Hey, no radio. Thank you for coming by. Stopping by your hectic, busy schedule, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Everyone, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. To stay up with the antics of my what I'm going on. Hey, I know you don't watch my videos on my speed testing side, but I made a mistake and I had to go back and retest again. It was funny because I'm out here doing the speed test and I did the holy grail of not doing thou shall not do, and I did it, but. I fixed the problem. I retested it again, so I went back out there. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a very good one. Do 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 do.